Eagles. He wears number 7, senior for Colby. And getting his first start of his high school career, Tate Carney, number 33, the sophomore, will get the start at strong safety tonight for the Colby Eagles. And again, Tate got some time on varsity on the offensive side as well last week, and actually had a touchdown run against the Ulysses Tigers late in that ball game. Tate will get the start at strong safety for Colby tonight. And then anchoring that defense is the linebackers for the Colby Eagles, and we'll see that same group that we saw all season long. Ben Matchell for Colby, number 35, will get the start at the Mike linebacker. The Will linebacker will be Alex Young, the junior, wearing number 32. So again, the defensive starters for Colby tonight: Bryce Armberger, Brady Slinger, James J., Austin Hart, and Matthew Pieper on the defensive line. Connor Edmondson and Austin West will start at the cornerbacks. The safeties are Brady Holzmeister and Tate Carney, and the linebackers for the Eagles will be Ben Matchell and Alex Young. We will take a look at the offensive starters for the Colby Eagles coming up in a little bit. We also have kickoff on the way. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
This has been the Strut Insurance Services pregame show on 100.3 The Ride. Brought to you by Strut Insurance Services, where they serve the listening area and beyond with their insurance needs. Make sure you strut your stuff. Stay here. Kickoff is next. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
I say you should see what they have by GE just for thee at GWT. Yes, name brand GE appliances on the showroom floor right now at Great Western Tire, Colby. Washer and dryer sets by GE. Refrigerators, ranges, installation and delivery available at Great Western Tire of Colby and Great Western Tire of Oakley, your GE appliance dealer.
The High Plains Co-op has always prided itself on their customer service. With the fall harvest upon us, the staff at High Plains Co-op is ready to help you store and market your grain. With elevators in Dresden, Gym, Grainfield, Halford, Hoxie, Levant, Park, and Selden, and their office and filling station in Colby, the High Plains Co-op has a location close to you, which will help keep you in the fields and the combines moving. The High Plains Co-op wishes you a safe and prosperous fall harvest, and they want you to know that their professional staff is ready to help you get the most out of all of your hard work.
It's time for the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride. Now, with the call of tonight's game, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
To Denon Field in Colby, Kansas. Chad Jones alongside Thomas Wheelan as we get set for kickoff tonight of the Colby Eagles and the Holcomb Longhorns homecoming in Colby this week. Thomas, we've talked about it several different times during the pregame here tonight. Homecoming is a fun week. I mean, lots of cool things throughout the week. They had little dress-up things and little dress-up things throughout the week, different themes each day. And the kids have a great time, but it's a week that coaches don't necessarily love too much because there are so many distractions and so many changes in schedules and routines, and that getting the kids focused on what's at hand here tonight, which is the important part for them, is tough.
Right. From a coaching standpoint, I mean, you've got, they got to go decorate their floats after practice, and you got the dress-ups during schools and things like that. Not fire the parade today. And, we have homecomings for football games, and that's what everybody wants to come out and have a good showing. It's just tough to get your kids focused that night and get them ready to go, things like that.
But, as he did say, too, that they seem to handle it pretty well this week. And this group of kids is one, and we've talked about this, a lot over the last few weeks. This is a group of kids that seems much more focused and ready to play all season long, and so they've handled it pretty well, I think.
Yeah, and some of that you can attribute to the fact that, these kids, looking at the starting lineup, there's a lot of juniors out there, but they're a little bit more mature than your average junior, having to play on Friday nights last year as sophomores a lot and things like that, some of them as freshmen.
The Eagles on their way onto the field now, going through the spirit line. They're releasing some orange and black balloons tonight, getting them all fired up. Holcomb, a tough football team, but we've got a little news here right before the start of the game. They're going to be without their starting running back and linebacker, and Blake Richmeyer, who's a tremendous young athlete, and having some knee issues, and I guess he really struggled with it last week, tried to play through it in Scott City, and they're going to sit him this week and try to get him better, and that's kind of the story for Colby too. And you run into this point in the season, 4 games into things, you're going to start hearing, seeing some injuries and having to deal with that. And Colby is no exception. Of course, Josh Matchell, as we suffered in that Ulysses game, and really has struggled with that a little bit. I mean, it was a bad hit, missed some time in school, and of course practice time this week. And again, concussions are something that are kind of on top of mind for football from grade school all the way up now, and something that people are being extra careful with, as they should be. And so we're not going to see Josh this week, and maybe not next week. It'll depend on how the symptoms are on that, and they'll err on the side of caution for sure. But he'll be out of the lineup, which is going to give Brady Holzmeister an opportunity to run things at quarterback. Tate Kearney's going to get some opportunities, and Dante Whitfield offensively and defensively. And there's kids that are very capable of stepping up and getting things done.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Brady's very comfortable back there playing quarterback. Dante and Tate Kearney have been playing tailback all year long, so they're fully capable.
Russ, Ziegelmeyer, and Schutte are the captains for Colby out on the field, going through instructions with the officials, getting set for the coin toss and ready for game action here tonight. Good crowd at Denon Field and in Colby for homecoming, as we would hope. And again, going to be nice. Now, the wind is going to be an issue a little bit here tonight. It has actually started to die down a little bit, which may not be what we want. Yeah, this is a passing team in Holcomb. They like to throw the football with their quarterback and Trey Teeter, that's a very capable passer. And the wind would have been a benefit to try to take them a little bit out of that passing game tonight. But not going to be the case. We're going to see the ball in the air a lot in this game tonight, as conditions are great for it. I will say this, they finally mowed the field shorter here in Colby. Yeah, it's something they've been battling for years here, and they try to keep the field last, so they let the grass grow longer, and they don't cut it very short. But Colby's a running team, man. You want that, you want it like carpet if you can. And they've cut it a lot shorter here this week, which should help a little bit in things as we get going into this game. As the coin toss was won by Holcomb, they have deferred to the second half. The Eagles are going to start this game with the football. We'll look at the offensive starters for Colby here in just a minute, as Holcomb getting set to kick things away. Colby will send a couple of guys back deep. Shevin Martin, along with Ben Matchell, and also back there Travis Finley for Colby. A couple of youngsters. The Eagles have ran for almost 300 yards a game on average, rushing on the season. They have moved the football on the ground quite well on the year. And they're hoping to get the same result today. Teeter will handle the kicking duties for the Longhorns. They're waiting on the clock to get set here, as it's all zeros right now. And I don't know if they've realized that the clock is not set yet. In fact, I know they haven't realized it yet. The officials are late now. They got 12 minutes up there.
Colby's line needs to be ready up front. The front line, Teeter's only 3 yards off the ball to start.
Yeah, he's going on an onside kick. And they really didn't even try to hide that. Just a little squib kick. It's going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So the Eagles will have some options from there. Coach Teeter's one of those guys that will take risks. He'll be aggressive with his play calling, and you don't know what you're going to see throughout the night. So, and that's kind of an indication of that. They have been a very good defensive team. This is a team that really shut down a very good running back a couple of weeks ago against Ulysses. Colby does it a little bit more by committee than Ulysses does. Brady Holzmeister getting his first varsity start at quarterback tonight. He is in the pistol formation, one back behind him. Go formation to the right side. They fake the handoff. Holzmeister himself around the right side. Has blocking, gets to the corner at the 50, and knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line of the Longhorns. 14-yard gain on the play, a first down for the Eagles.
Quarterback follow for the Eagles. Brady pulls it down. They will get a good kick-out block from his running back in the backfield, and is able to get a first down for the Eagles.
So nice play to start the game for Colby. They have started slow in all their games on the season, and it's kind of been their issue. They get off to a slow start and then have a hard time battling back. Ben Matchell split to the left side, Whitfield in the slot to the left, and they hand it off this time, and no running room at all for Matthew Pieper. He's hit in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 7, all the way back into Colby territory at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 17 for the Eagles.
Jacob Ramsey, who moves the middle linebacker side, just comes blowing through the B gap of the Eagles' offensive line, is able to drag Pieper down for a loss in the backfield.
This time it's Alex Young to the left side, two-back split behind Holzmeister, who hands it off right side. Matchell with his first carry of the game. And boy, had got horse-collared there. Was not pulled to the ground by it, but they grabbed that and ripped him around, and no penalty flag called on the play. Matchell picks up about 3 yards, but should have been a penalty on that one. 3rd down for Colby in Holcomb territory at the 49-yard line, just across midfield. I'd like to welcome our viewers as well tonight at nwksradio.com. Big thank you to Will Sterrett running the camera for us tonight. Holzmeister gets the snap and a roll to his left side, cuts it up the field as the corner was shut down by Holcomb, and Holzmeister going to lose about 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up 4th down at 15 for Colby.
On the first 3 downs of this drive, or of this series, the Holcomb Longhorns have sent pressure each time from their linebacker positions, whether it's Ramsey or Cassius, number 14 on the outside linebacker. At least one linebacker's gone so far every play.
So Colby will punt it away here. Matchell standing at the own 34-yard line. Snap a little low, gets to it, and gets a quick kick off. High spinning kick that's going to bounce and take a good Colby bounce, rolling all the way down to the 20-yard line. So a nice punt by Matchell. All down to the 20-yard line of about 31 yards. So Holcomb will have the football 1st and 10 to go, and they will start at their 20-yard line. So maybe not the best drive in the fact that we didn't get any points on it, but did get the field position in our favor as we move Holcomb back to start their first possession of the game. And that's a good thing, because if you remember the last 2 games, Thomas, we had the team starting inside our own side of the field on the first couple of drives of the game. Holcomb going to spread things out as we expected. 4 receivers in the set here, 2 to each side, 1 back in the backfield. Teeter in the shotgun formation, man in motion on a little jet sweep. They hand it off on the right side, and Colby all over it, and the ball is loose. I think Holcomb was able to fall back on it, but it's going to be a big loss on the play as they ran a little end around to Kalen Rupp, and he is brought down for a loss. Rupp was their starting quarterback last season for the Longhorns, and he does line up in the slot that time on the outside, but he has ran 6 times for 74 yards on the season.
Sends him in motion, comes across. Teeter hands the ball out to Rupp, and Eric Schutte makes a great play, using his hands, getting away from the offensive tackle, and gets in the backfield to cause a fumble.
2 receivers to each side, man in motion coming across is Stegman. Here's the handoff up the middle this time, hit in the backfield and brought down is Dylan Williams. He's going to get comes out of there with the football, and credit the big guy, Austin Hart. He comes up with the fumble recovery, and Colby with great field position to start this one, and a good early turnover that goes in our favor this time.
A great job by the Eagles. Williams able to pick up a couple yards on the play, get stood up once he gets to the second level. The Eagles fly to the football and is able to get a second guy in, gets a strip, and is able to get the turnover.
Matchell split out to the left side, Whitfield in the slot to the left. 1 back in the backfield, and this is Holzmeister on the keeper to the left side, just trying to run behind Matthew Pieper, and he's going to get a yard, maybe 2 on the play, as they're going to spot it at the 19-yard line. 2nd down and a long 8 to go. 2nd down, 9. Colby does get Jay Ziegelbeiner back this week to help out on that offensive line, but you had to credit Colin Gugelman, did a great job filling in last week, and he'll get time this week as well. In fact, Gugelman's out there now at left tackle. Double wing formation, man in motion. Holzmeister, lots of confusion that time, ends up giving it to Matchell, who breaks some tackles and gets to the outside and near the 10-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8 on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 with the ball spotted at the 11-yard line.
And not a good mesh on that play. Looks like somebody in the backfield was off on the snap count. Anyway, a little confusion back there. Brady's just able to get the ball to Ben as Ben takes off. When Brady gets hit, and he's able to pick up 8 yards and get close to a first down.
Holzmeister under center this time. I formation behind him, strong side to the right, and it's just a quarterback keeper. And Holzmeister forward all the way down to about the 7-yard line. Give him 2 to 3 yards on that carry. We'll see where they spot it, but the big news on it is it's a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, first and goal for the Eagles here. That last play, credit the guys up front. Casey Cugliano, Bryce Armiger, Austin Hart, 3 interior linemen. Great push up front, getting the first down.
Eagles get set again, same formation, handoff to Pieper this time. Spins free, a good piece of running by Matthew Pieper inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up second and goal to go. And Pieper has done a great job of running right up the middle, and Colby may have found a spot they want to hit here with Ulysses, or with Holcomb.
Yeah, right now Holcomb's staying in that 4-3. They're walking the safeties down because they're not spreading out so much in the formations. That's leaving a big gap over the middle.
Handoff right side this time, Ben Matchell. He's hit in the backfield and brought down for a loss of 3 on the play. Tremendous job by Dylan Williams from his linebacker position, making the stop for a loss of 2. Third and goal from the 4.
And that time Holcomb comes in. They drop a safety down, bump Williams over, make it into a 4-4 look, and he comes splitting in from the weak side A gap and is able to drag the ball carrier down from behind.
Eagles get set to go again, unbalanced line to the right side. They'll fake the handoff there, and this is unfortunate. Oh, it's unfortunate because Holzmeister slipped as he turned around and his knee touched the ground. And, of course, the rules in high school, once that knee is down, you're down, even though he wasn't touched. And so kind of an unfortunate situation, but it brings up a field goal opportunity for Colby. And Isaac Nichols on to try for the field goal. This would be a 25-yard attempt. He's hit from 26 on the season. Holzmeister is the holder. Snap is good. Hold is down. The kick is blocked. Blocked, and a great job by Holcomb. Colby Cassis in there knocks it away and blocks the field goal attempt. So the score remains 0-0, and kind of an unfortunate one for Colby. Got a break with the turnover, but unable to capitalize and get some points on the board. So the ball will go back to Holcomb, and they're going to start this drive where the ball was kicked. So it'll be at the 20-yard line. Eagles will get set to go again. A little bit different look, as we talked about on the outside for Colby, and you see Tanner Elias lined up in coverage. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. For Holcomb, man in motion, going across is Williams. Handoff's going to go right side, and getting to the outside and breaking free on the play was Brandon Stegman. Stegman getting the start at running back tonight in place of Blake Richmeyer, and broke off a big run that time of about 24 yards. Gets it into Colby territory. And actually, they spotted him out of bounds, fortunately for Colby, at the 40-yard line. Tate Carney in on the stop for the Eagles. Again, he's getting his first varsity start tonight as well. Sophomore for Colby. First down and 10 to go for the Longhorns. Ball on the 40-yard line. Again, 4 receivers set, 1 back behind. Quarterback, and the handoff on the sweep play again is going to go to Stegman, who gets around the corner and now is drug out of bounds in Colby territory. Actually, that wasn't Stegman, it was Gottschalk on the carry that time, and he is again spotted out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. First down for the Holcomb Longhorns.
Colby's defensive end in the near side of the field gets pushed upfield and pushed inside a little bit. That opens up room just enough for Gottschalk to pick up a first down.
Eagles will get set again. 3 receivers bunched to the right, 1 receiver wide to the left. Teeter in the shotgun formation. And it's a quarterback keeper to the right side. Teeter behind his blocker, looking for some running room. A penalty flag is down as Teeter gets it across the 40 and down to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but this play, I think, is coming back for a hold.
Penalty marker on the field. And Goodland uses a tight trips formation to the far side of the field. Is able to just try and get numbers out there, leading with their tailback out of the backfield. Fortunately for Colby, pick up the holding call and moves the Holcomb Longhorns back.
Teeter, not a guy that likes to run the football very much. On the season, not very many carries on the year. I think I'll get the stats for you in a minute, but the yardage on it not very good. 21 carries for 27 yards. So averaging just 1.3 yards per carry. But he's going to keep it again this time as he fakes the handoff and runs it himself to the left on a little counter-type play, and then powers his way forward and picks up the necessary yards for the first down. Needed 19, he got 20, and that's a great play call that time with the option.
Peter just reads the little dive option play, reads it well. Eric Schutte gets kicked out upfield. He gets too far upfield and kicked out. Teeter's able to take it underneath and pick up a first down.
Showalter wide to the right side. One receiver to the left, double tight end formation this time. Still a shotgun for Trey Teeter. Man in motion across the formation from left to right is Mers. Teeter looks, throws, and completes it to the tight end that time. Coming across the field in a big catch and run on the play, Connor Van Cleve with the reception, and another first down for the Longhorns in a gain of 19.
The Longhorns do a good job running receivers on the far side of the field off, deep route. Sneak Van Cleve in on a little speed out. Teeter's able to hit him, and Van Cleve's able to turn it into a first down.
Colby wants to take a timeout to make some adjustments here defensively. 5:29 to go. We're in the opening quarter of play. The score 0-0. We'll take a break, back with more of the Eagles on radio after this word from our sponsors on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Quality workmanship and experience are just two of the things you will find when working with Stevens Construction for all your agricultural, commercial, Butler and Lester dealer, and are ready to assist you in choosing the steel or wood frame building you have been looking for. They also specialize in overhead door sales and service. Stevens Construction has been in the business for over 40 years, so stop by today and see them on South Country Club Drive in Colby. Since 1994, Office Works and Home Furnishings in Colby has been offering solutions for your home and office needs. And while they still continue to do that, they also specialize in something else: comfort. Office Works and Home Furnishings is a proud retailer of the Serta I Comfort beds with optional adjustable bases. Plus, on top of that, they're the only Lazy Boy Comfort studio in Northwest Kansas. So if you're looking to make your home more comfortable this year, make sure you stop by Office Works and Home Furnishings on South Range in Colby.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. First and 10 play for the Holcomb Longhorns. They tried to run a little end around to the left side, but Ben Matchell says no, makes a big stop in the backfield. Loss of 7 on the play, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 17 to go.
Longhorns line up in a doubles formation, try running an end around with the inside receiver on the far side of the field. Ben Matchell's able to scrape across and bust through the line from his middle linebacker position and trip him up for loss on the play.
Man in motion from left to right. Teeter going to roll to the right. He's in trouble. Evades one tackler. Now tries to run it, and he is sacked. Sacked on the play. And that's going to be a loss of another 2 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd and really long here, about 19 to go for the Longhorns.
And even though he doesn't get the sack on this play, Austin Hart really makes the play. He gets in there, breaks through the line of scrimmage from his defensive tackle position, gets to the backfield, forces Teeter to cut it back when he's trying to roll out to his right, where all of his receivers are. He cuts it back up, and the rest of the Eagles' D-lines that are there for the sack.
So 3rd down and 20 to go here for the Longhorns. Again, 1 receiver to the right side, 3 split out to the left, 1 back in the backfield, and that's Williams. Teeter in the shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself to the left side. They ran this for 19 last time they ran it. This time he cuts to the left and really just kind of tripped and goes down at the 11-yard line, which is a gain of about 10 on the play, but it's still going to bring up 4th and really long here for the Longhorns. So now, do they go for it or do they have a kicker? You know?
Yeah, that's something. Coach Teeter hasn't usually kicked field goals in the past. He did it with Goodland a whole lot. So we'll be surprised to see him do it here. It looks like they're going to run a play.
Big play here for the Eagles. Very big play defensively. One receiver wide to the right side, and Stegman. One receiver to the left side, and Mers. Double tight end set. They threw to the tight end on this last time. They run the same play. It is caught by the tight end, and again, stopped by the Colby Eagles, short of what they needed for the first down. This time on the reception for the Longhorns was Dylan Williams.
And a great job by the Eagles defense. Longhorns come out in a pro-left formation. Pass play, receiver on the far side of the field runs a slant. And they stick the fullback out into a little speed-out flat route. And Brady Holzmeister does a great job coming down from his free safety position to make the stop on fourth down.
So Colby will take over on offense. Holzmeister under center. Hands it off on the right side. Ben Matchell tries for the corner. And he's going to get across the 10 as they started this drive on the 8-yard line. Get him out to the 11. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Matchell has been running very well on the season, Thomas. Leading the Eagles. He has 2 100-yard rushing games already on the year.
And that just goes to show you, especially that last play, how patient he really is. And a little off-tackle play, slow developing. Just waits for a block, gets a big block from Matthew Pieper, and it will cut it up for 4.
Eagles run a little sweep play to the right side. Matchell on the carry again, and again, a great result as he gets it across the 20 to the 22. Gain of 10, first down Colby.
And Colby picks up a real big first down here. Gets him out, gets him a little more breathing room away from their end zone. On a good play, just a little end around, set up in a wing formation. Ben Matchell motions to the backfield and is able to get out to the outside and pick up a first down.
21-yard line is where it's spotted. Colby will send Austin Russ to the right side. Double wing, one back behind Holzmeister, who gets the snap. And again, there's some confusion there, so he just tries to take it himself to the right side. He's going to lose about a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. Again, this is something we're going to see a little bit this week because we got some different backs in there and a new quarterback. So trying to get some timing down. Don't want to see it, but you're going to run into that a little bit.
Yeah, just a bad mesh point there. It looked like they were going to try and run some type of counter play back towards the middle of a line. They had some backs folding back inside.
Yeah, I tell you what, that looked like offsides on the defense. Colby was going to hand it off at the middle, and the blitz was coming on the right side by the Longhorns, and it looked like the defender that time at Braden Stegman was across the line of scrimmage way before that ball was snapped. But no call, and said it's going to be a loss of 4 to 3rd down and 15 to go for Colby. And you wonder what they've seen in the film to know when to blitz on that one, because they were all over it. Whitfield in motion from right to left. Snap a little low. Holzmeister with his first pass attempt of the season, and it's complete to Ben Matchell, who makes a great cut. Now gets to the left side trying to break a tackle, and is going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. Going to be short of the first down, but again, gets a little bit better field position and a nice play, and Holzmeister will get a little confidence on that, completing his first pass of the year.
Yeah, it's a good play call on that play. Double tight formation, full backfield for the Eagles. On that play, the Longhorns end up going to a 4-4, just a two-safety look, a 4-5, a two-safety look high, and Ben's able to get 9 yards on the play.
The punt off the side of Matchell's foot goes out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it here. It was actually caught by a Holcomb player out of bounds at the 45 of Colby, but it had to go out before that. And they're going to spot this at the 43. So really good field position for Holcomb to start this drive. Colby bent a little on that last possession. Holcomb was able to move it down the field, but Colby, aided a little bit by a penalty, was able to get things stopped. Didn't allow him into the end zone.
And really just a couple big plays by Holcomb on that last drive. A couple read options Colby's got to take care of here and sure up on the sideline.
34 seconds to go in the opening quarter. No score. Holcomb with the football in Colby territory at the 43. Teeter in the shotgun, calls a timeout. Play clock was about to expire. Teeter sees it and calls a timeout to avoid the penalty. We'll keep it here as we're down to 34 seconds in the quarter. Thomas, one thing that we've seen the last 2 weeks where teams have been successful against Colby is on the outside, really picking on the outside of the Eagle defense, and that's where they've been getting yardage. We saw that with Redzig last week, and we're seeing that with Holcomb this week. Up the middle, Colby's been very good.
Yeah, and it's tough to run against a 5-3, or 5-3 basically is what the Eagles will be playing. But up the middle like that, where they're getting killed at is on the outside, like you said, in C-gap. And the Eagles have been, they worked on it all week. Coach talked about it, but it's something different when you get here on Friday nights and you play against that kind of a speed, how you fix things like that.
So first down, intend to go for Colby. Now, Coach Gardner talking to the official the entire time there. I think he thought the timeout wasn't called in time, that the play clock had expired. But the officials say he can get it whistled in time, but it was called ahead of time. Teeter in the shotgun. Man in motion from left to right. Teeter will get the snap. Quarterback keeper takes himself on the right side. Hit and brought down after a gain of about a yard. 2nd and 9 to go.
And a great job by the Eagles to string that play out. The Longhorns try and go with another quarterback keeper to the outside, run that C gap right there off tackle. And Colby's able to do a great job of turning him back in, the defensive end on that side, and then the rest of the Eagles' defense is there to clean him up once he gets turned back in.
2nd down and 9 to go from the 41-yard line. Colby sets up defensively, and the quarter comes to an end before the play can be run. After 1 quarter of play, great football game here today. 0-0 the score. We'll be back 2nd quarter after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Get the most out of every acre with Case IH Patriot Series sprayers from Colby Ag Center in Colby, Kansas. These sprayers help you be ready with a distinct design that delivers proven, efficient performance even in the narrowest of application windows. And available technologies like the AIM Command spray system ensures maximum control with optimized coverage and minimal drift regardless of conditions. Come experience the spacious Surveyor cab and the rest of the Case IH Patriot Series sprayer features today at Colby Ag Center.
If you're in the market for a new truck, make sure your first stop is Colby Dodge. Take advantage of 0% financing up to 72 months on new 2014 Ram 1500s with approved credit. Needing a bigger truck? Take all the rebates on a Ram 3500 and receive a discount up to $11,000 off MSRP, stock number T4320. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or online at colbydodge.com. Your #1 Chrysler dealer in western Kansas and eastern Colorado.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back out of the timeout. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Stegman for 7 yards. 3rd and 1 for the Longhorns. 1 receiver to each side of the field. I formation now with Teeter under center. Unusual set for Holcomb. Long snap count, handoff left side, and a nice piece of running here. Just a straight dive play by Stegman, and he hits the line hard and gets forward for about 3 yards and a first down. Spot him at the 30-yard line of the Eagles. 11:23 to play, 2nd quarter. No score tonight here in Colby. Homecoming for the Eagles. Great crowd on hand tonight. Good parade today. Elvis the Eagles here. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Quick pass to the outside for Holcomb. It's caught. And a great open field tackle made by the Eagles. Pointed in was Kalen Rupp. And brought down on the play by Tate Carney. And then actually, so go ahead.
The 2 pass plays since we started this quarter have both been completed speed outs. And that's one thing we talked about in the pregame. The coach Teeter in his spread offenses really likes to involve. It's just a lot of speed outs no matter what, no matter if it's trips, doubles, formations, out of A's. There's always going to be speed outs trying to get that quick hitter to the outside.
It was actually Alex Young on the tackle. No gain. 2nd down, or 9-yard gain, I should say. 2nd down and 9 to go. Teeter rolling to his left side, looking deep this time. Down the field, has a man, and it is caught but out of bounds. And a great job by Colby that time. Holzmeister hitting the receiver while he was in the air. Had he come down, it would have been a touchdown, but Holzmeister knocks him out of bounds and makes sure he can't get his feet down and makes a touchdown-saving hit.
And a great play by Brady to get over there. The Longhorns run 2 receivers deep, speed out underneath. Brady's able to get up over the top on that corner, or that fade route along the sideline, and he times it perfectly to knock him out of bounds just as the ball arrives.
3rd down and 1 to go. Teeter under center, double tight end set, 1 back. And the handoff will go to that fullback, and he is stopped for a loss. Great job by the Eagles on the play. Again, hitting him at the line of scrimmage and making the stop as Dylan Williams with nowhere to go.
Longhorns come out in just an ace formation, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and a fullback in the backfield. Teeter hands the ball off, and there's not much more for Williams to do. The Eagles got good penetration that time from the defensive line to stop him for a loss.
Same formation, Williams again behind Teeter. Movement up front, and Colby may be offsides. I don't think Jay was drawn off that time. Yeah, this was going to be against the Eagles, and that'll give Holcomb the 1st down with the encroachment penalty. And that's a tough one, Thomas, because you know it's going to come right up the middle. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. So as a nose guard, you want to blow that up and get there quickly, but just jumped a little too soon. And now Holcomb with new life. 2 receivers to each side. Shotgun formation. Teeter gets the snap looking to his left. Has to throw it over the blitzing backer, and it leaves one man wide open who takes it down to the 1-yard line. Is making the reception on the play was Brandon Stegman.
And a little miscommunication in the defensive backfield on that play. Nobody goes, covers the short route of the speed out, run the post with the outside receiver, speed out with the inside. Nobody goes with the speed out. Safety and corner both go deep. Stegman has wide open field in front of him.
Stegman the tailback, Williams the fullback, Teeter under center. Pitch goes right side, hit and stop for a loss. Ball is loose. Colby has the football. Fumble on the play, and the Eagles recover it. Austin Hart in on the stop, and coming up with the ball for the Eagles, Bryce Armberger. Armberger pulls it in for Colby. Huge turnover. Keeps Holcomb out of the end zone. They had a 1st and goal to go. 2nd turnover of the game by the Longhorns, and Colby back with the football. Now they need to capitalize on this one. Not necessarily even scoring, Thomas, but get the field position back in your favor.
Yeah, absolutely. They're down deep in their own field territory right now. But that last play, that's just a great job by the Eagles, stopping them, holding a great stand down there at the
handoff up the middle. This time Pieper on the carry, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. We'll see who the spot is on the play. We have not seen Tate Carney really offensively yet tonight. And we haven't seen a lot out of Whitfield as far as carries go yet. And again, a couple of guys that are filling in this week. Carney actually ran the ball really well last week. The end of that Ulysses game had a touchdown right at the end. Whitfield in motion. Handoff going to go up the middle again. Pieper on the carry. And again, it's just stuffed at the line by Holcomb. Colby going to get another yard maybe on the play. It's going to bring a 3rd and about 8 to go for the Eagles, and need to get something on this play.
And right now, the Holcomb Longhorns just loading the box. Colby's going to have to go somewhere where they spread the field out, get some of those guys out of the box, and open up a few running lanes, and that's going to have to come in the passing game, you think, tonight.
1 receiver wide to the left side and Young. 3 backs in the backfield. Holzmeister hands it off on a little reverse play, and it was read beautifully by Holcomb. They busted that up for a loss. Whitfield on the carry, and that's going to be a loss of about 5, and brings up 4th down, and Maxwell going to be punting out of his own end zone. And you have to be careful. Holcomb showed they can get some pressure. They blocked that punt, or not a punt, but blocked the field goal attempt in the 1st quarter by Colby. Maxwell with his heels on the goal line. Snaps a little low, he gets to it, and he gets off a beautiful end-over-end spiraling kick, caught at the 45, and returned around the left side for about 6 yards before being knocked out of bounds by Whitfield on the play. Murs on the return for the Longhorns.
Ben gets a great punt off, good snap, good punt, good protection, gets out there. Austin Russ about trips him up right when he catches the ball. Number 3 for the Holcomb Longhorns. Just makes a good play, getting outside and getting a few extra yards in the Eagle territory.
This Holcomb team, I asked the radio guy, what can we look for these guys? I said, they really have very good special teams, and Colby's been able to shut that down so far tonight. 2 receivers to each side, shotgun for Teeter, gets the snap, hands it off to Williams, fullback on the carry, powers forward and gets about 3 yards, 2nd and 7 to go as he gets it right to the line of scrimmage on the left side.
And there's another dive play by the Longhorns. Just using Williams' size and the push up front, getting to the Eagles' second level and picking up 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, again, hit at the line of scrimmage, but still finish forward. And that's one of the better runs that they've had up the middle tonight, actually. Colby's done a pretty good job on that. It's the edges that they struggle. Trips to the right side, 1 receiver to the left. Williams in the backfield to the right of Teeter, who gets the snap, has time, and fires deep down the field. And it is incomplete, and pass interference on the play against the Eagles. Austin Russ on the coverage that time, and there was a little hand fighting going on between he and them. Maybe a hold, but it'll be against the Eagles, and they're going to be a first down for Holcomb. Yeah, pass interference
Against the Eagles.
on Colby. And here's the deal, Thomas. It's a penalty. It wasn't good, but he was beat, and he didn't get the touchdown. Exactly right. So, much as you don't like penalties, you'll take one like that.
Especially in high school football. You'll take the 15 yards over the 6 points.
Holcomb set to go again. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left, 1 back behind. Teeter takes the handoff, keeps it himself. Colby ready for it this time. And he gets stopped for a loss of about a yard on the play, or a gain of a yard, I should say, on the play. 2nd and 9 to go. It's a play they've been running successfully earlier, but Colby makes some adjustments.
Yeah, just another read option play. Teeter pulls it, keeps it, tries to get to the C-gap again, what we were talking about earlier, where he's had a lot of success tonight so far. And the Eagles are able to turn him back inside and finish him off.
6:30 to go here in the first half. No score still. Colby and Holcomb tonight. Longhorns hand it off this time to Williams. Hit at the line. Boy, he runs hard. Dragging a couple of defenders, gets a couple yards. Colby comes out of there with the football, does Austin Hart, but it was ruled dead before he got the ball.
That's another great job of showing that second man strip. The Eagles have been doing it for the last few weeks, having a turnover circuit in their practices, and it's showing off here tonight.
3rd down now for the Longhorns, 6 yards to go. 2 receivers to each side. Shotgun formation again. Here's the snap low. Teeter gets to it, sets his feet, fires to the end zone. 2 defenders there, and it is knocked away by the Eagles. Great job by Colby. 2 defenders back on the play. Austin Russ there, as well as Holzmeister. And it's going to bring up 4th and 6 now for the Longhorns. Colby's been pretty good on 4th downs tonight.
Yeah, and great coverage down the field by both Russ and Holzmeister. Holzmeister is able to come over from his free safety position, help with the deepest man on the field, and is able to knock down the fade route.
Holcomb set to go again. Showalter to the left side, as well as Christian Mers, who they've thrown to a couple of times. 2 receivers to the right. Mers in motion from left to right. Teeter gets the snap, looking to his right, now goes to the left, throws it across the middle, slant play, caught, touchdown. Touchdown, Holcomb. Showalter makes the catch. Good job that time by Teeter of looking to the right, getting the defense going there, and then throws it on the slant to the left for the touchdown. 21-yard touchdown play. It comes with 5:40 to go here in the second quarter.
Colby gets caught just playing a little too soft of coverage there on the outside. Holcomb sees it, calls for a slant. Colby isn't able to drive on the quick slant route and is able to turn up the field for a touchdown.
21-yard touchdown run. Holcomb leads this game 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. We'll take a break. Come back for the kickoff after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Count on Kansas Quick Lube. Every time you come in, we change your oil, check your tires, wipers and bulbs, everything your owner's manual recommends. We got expert technicians who all know how. People keep their cars much longer now, so maintenance is a much bigger deal. So let us take your automobile. Count on Kansas Quick Lube. Our name says it oil.
Hello, this is Rock Medora with Homeland Realty and Auction in Colby. The local market is very strong, and we are aggressively out looking for ag land listings. We are geared up to handle your land sales by private treaty or public auction. With 30 years of experience, I am very passionate about my work and willing to offer the expertise that you deserve. Stop by our office at 1055 South Range here in Colby, or give us a call at 785-462-8255. It is truly a good time to sell. Homeland Realty and Auction, where we still offer good old Western hospitality.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. Little pooch kick caught by Colby up at around the 30-yard line, and a nice return. I think it was Carney on the play, going to get it out to the 36-yard line, and that's where Colby will start this drive. Thomas, we were talking off air a little bit, and pretty good defensive start to this game for Colby. But they've got to get something going on the offensive side here. Giving up the touchdown, again, 3 possessions in a row that started in Colby territory for Holcomb.
Yeah, that's just just defense being on the field so much. They're down in there in their own territory, and so far the Eagles are lucky to only give up 1 score.
Blitz comes from the backside. Colby hands it off going to the left, and good carry that time by Pieper as he gets it around the corner and out to the 35 or to the 40-yard line, giving him 5 on the carry.
Longhorn tackle by Eisenbach.
Ulysses leading Goodland, I should say, 29-13 at the end of the first quarter. Scott City leading 21-0 at the end of the first over Hugoton tonight, and the other 2 Greater Western Athletic Conference games. Austin Russ to the right side. New formation here for the Eagles. We'll talk about it in a second as Holzmeister gets the snap. Follow these backs to the right side, and he is stuffed at the line. No gain on the play. It'll bring up third down at 5 for the Eagles.
Now on that play, the Eagles do come out in new formation. You're right. They use a receiver to the far side of the field with the wing over there as well. Looks like it's kind of a slot right deal. And then they also have they're in pistol with the pistol back, but they have a sniffer back off to the right of the quarterback, sniffed up to the line of scrimmage, kind of like the old single wing.
Whitfield comes in motion. They fake the handoff on the end around, and Holzmeister takes it himself on the right side and gets maybe a yard on the play. Brings up 4th down and 4, and punting situation for Colby here. Update on the Goodland game. How about this? Ulysses leads Goodland 29-13 at the end of the first quarter. Rudzik, 6 carries, 175 yards, 4 touchdowns into the first quarter. Matchell to punt it away here for the Eagles. Snap bounces to him, but he's got time, picks it up, gets away a nice kick that's going to bounce. Take a good Holcomb bounce, finally down by Colby at the 32-yard line of Holcomb, and that is where the Longhorns will start this drive. But you look at last week and what he did against Colby, Rudzik, and 8 carries, 6 touchdowns, and tonight he's off to an even quicker start against the Cowboys in Goodland.
And he's a load. He's tough to bring down, and he hits that hole hard, and he's a very fast junior.
Holcomb, after scoring on their last possession, they got a little further to go this time, starting at the 32. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Teeter back to pass, has time, fires to the left side as a man, and it's knocked away. Great job. Oh, they threw a flag on that. My goodness, I thought that was tremendous coverage by Tanner Elias that time. It didn't look like he hit him. He face guarded it, but that's legal.
Yeah.
No contact there, and they throw the flag. I would strongly disagree with that, unless they called it the other way, that he pushed off. But this is going to be against Colby, and I think that's just tremendous coverage. That's a missed call. It's going to hurt Colby.
And Tanner does do a great job. Tanner Elias, and we've called his names a few times this year so far. He does a great job on the deep ball. There's no doubt about it. Great coverage downfield. Always covers the fade well, and he does there again. Just
the only thing he could have done better was turn around.
But it's not illegal.
Yeah,
there's no, these guys pass a rule test every season too. It's not illegal. It's not the NFL.
Yeah. Well, you have to have contact in order for it to be pass interference. That's very unfortunate. First down for the Longhorns. They'll start now at the 49-yard line after the penalty is marked off. An official timeout here while One of the Eagles players is fixing his shoe. Fans getting in here, stomping their feet, trying to get Colby fired back up after that penalty win against him. 3 receivers to the right for Holcomb, 1 to the left, shotgun formation, 1 back with Teeter. It's a quick pass thrown to the outside. Stegman on the reception, evades 1 defender, gets to the corner, and then is out of bounds in Colby territory. They'll spot it at the 40-yard line of the Eagles, gain of 11, and a first down for Holcomb.
So an adjustment that the Eagles have made here so far is they backed their defensive ends off the line of steps, giving it kind of a nickel look, like they only have 3 down linemen. The ends still rushed the quarterback and put a little pressure on him. Just that time, the Eagles weren't able to trip up the receiver in the backfield on the screen.
Murray's split wide to the left side. 1 receiver to the right for Holcomb as well. Wing back to the left. Teeter going to run that direction. Cuts it back up the middle. He is hit and stopped for a gain of a yard on the play as he dove at the end of it to pick up a little bit on the play. Great job by the defensive end turning that back inside for Colby.
Yeah, great job by the defensive end. Holcomb comes out, trying to run a little quarterback stretch play with Teeter, get him on the outside on the off-tackle play. They reach block to the left. Colby's able to turn that back inside and stop him for a short gain.
2 receivers to each side. Teeter looking to his left, wide open out of the backfield, and making the reception. That time is Brandon Stegman. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. Give him 9, actually.
And another speed out, and on this one, it wasn't a great route by Stegman. He kind of floats it up the field a little bit. Teeter's still able to hit him for a big gain, close to a first down.
3rd down and about a yard to go for Holcomb. They'll spread the field, 2 receivers to each side. With the back in there now is Williams, the bigger guy. They're going to throw it on the outside. There was a block in the back down the field. The Eagle player was knocked down. Colby makes the stop here. No penalty flag down on the play. But boy, one of the Eagle players was hit in the back way down the field on that one. The pass caught by Kalen Rupp. He gets it to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal to go for the Longhorns from there.
And looked like Austin Russ was the one laying down here. This side cornerback somehow got tangled up, hit in the back by...
He wasn't tangled up. He was hit in the back. 2 receivers to each side for Holcomb. Shotgun again for Teeter. Williams in the backfield with him to his right. Longer snap count this time. Gets it looking left. Whitfield coming on a little blitz from the outside. The pass incomplete. Good coverage that time by Tanner Elias for the Eagles. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 to go.
Great job by Tanner Elias getting deep on that wheel route. Holcomb lines up, twins receiver left side of the field, runs a little wheel route. Tanner Elias is able to get deep with it and drive on it to the sideline and disrupt and break up that play.
2 receivers to each side of the field again. Same formation. Teeter from the right hash mark gets the snap. Blitz coming. Matchell on the outside. Pass over the middle. Hits the hands of the intended receiver, and then a hard hit by Austin Russ. Knocks the ball free, incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 to go. They actually can get a first down without getting in, but they got to get it to the goal line.
And a great job by Austin Russ to drive on that slant route, and he's able to, even though it isn't there to make it on in timing with the ball, he's there to make sure that the ball gets dislodged from the receiver in a great play.
Murs wide to the left side. 1 receiver to the right. End in motion from left to right. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff, and penalty flags are down here. And we'll see what the call is going to be. No, they got the timeout, Holcomb. They're called by the sideline there before the play. 2:08 to go here, and the 2nd quarter. Back with more of the Eagles on radio in just a minute.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Kansas City Chiefs football is on 100.3 The Ride. Catch all the action each week with Mitch Holtis and Hall of Famer Len Dawson. Kansas City heads to the West Coast Sunday to play NFC West powerhouse San Francisco. Kickoff at 3:30 Central. Chiefs football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you by H&R Block, the Great Outdoors Gun Shop, Jack's Automotive and 24-hour towing, Pioneer Feed Yard and Hoxie Feed Yard, the Buckhorn Restaurant at Mitten's TA, Larry and Dinah Dinkle of Mitten Trucking, Logan County Implement, Fitz Meat Market, the Bottle Gallery, and Farm Credit of Western Kansas.
With a successful season under his belt, quarterback Jake Waters returns as the main man in the backfield.
Jake will quarterback sneak into the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Behind legendary head coach Bill Snyder, the Cats look to tear up the Big 12. Catch all of the action right here on the K-State Sports.
Welcome back. Eagles set up defensively. Interception. Ball underthrown. Colby cuts in front. Picked off. And boy, there's going to be a big flag on that one. Yeah. Throw it as that was just a clothesline tackle on the play. But the second time Colby has created a turnover inside their own 10-yard line as they come up with the interception on the play by Tate Carney, the young man getting his first start of his high school career and taking advantage of it tonight, cuts in front of that route, gets the pick.
And a bad read by Tate Carney trying to hit the backside post route by Stegman, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Carney is playing underneath on the safety. He's able to cut up underneath of it, pick the ball off, and make a nice return before he gets horse collared and drugged down.
15-yard penalty at the end of that. So first down and 10 to go for the Eagles. The 30-yard line is where they'll start this drive, their own 30. 2 minutes to go in the half, so they'll have to work quickly here. They practice this on a daily basis, and they still have a couple of timeouts to work with. Holzmeister, who's 1 for 1 on the season throwing the football in the shotgun formation. He's perfect. Gets a snap here, going to attempt his second pass of the year. It's over the middle, and it's also complete to Ben Matchell, who breaks the tackle and is drugged down at the 45-yard line and a gain of 15 and an Eagle first down. Colby will hustle to the line of scrimmage.
And Ben set out. The Eagles come out in a trips formation, just two receivers staying inside. Looks like they're running two wings to one side of the formation with the split out on the outside. Ben's one of the two wings. He's able to run a deep out route, and Brady's able to hit him, and Ben makes a great move to get open down the field.
Eagles get the snap. Holzmeister looking right this time, and it's batted down at the line. Had Whitfield streaking down the sideline, but that one batted at the line of scrimmage. And a good job that time by Van Cleve of the Longhorns of getting a hand on that football.
And Van Cleve, a big, tall kid from the defensive end position. He's tough to throw around right there. The Eagles need to get a good job of making throwing lanes for Brady tonight with his length.
Two receivers to the left. Russ will now shift out to the right side. Holzmeister gets the snap. Option play. His quarterback keeper. Just a design draw play by the quarterback to the left side. Gain of 2. He'll give him 3, 2nd and 7. Clock running. 1:35 to go in the second quarter of play.
Coach Sims looking at his sheet here. He's got him separated into what he wants to do. And Rocket O plays. And right now he's looking at those Rocket O plays. They're signaling it in.
Colby will get set here at the line. Holzmeister makes sure everybody's in the right spot. 1:15 to go in the quarter. Whitfield in motion across the formation. Gets the snap. And they fake the screen there. Instead, they go to the right side. Pieper. And I tell you what, he had a blocker in front of him. The blocker just flat missed his man. Pieper would have had a huge gain on that play. But it's going to instead go for about a yard and bring up third down now, and 6 to go for the Eagles. And a timeout has been called by Holcomb.
And Pieper gets the ball out there on the outside and is able to catch the ball. He's just in front of his lineman out there, supposed to be out there on the screenplay with him. Doesn't set him up, make him move back to the inside. He tries to beat him to the outside, and he's not able to get around and turn the corner.
It was a good play call, too. They faked the screen to the left and then went back to the right with it, and it was open.
And Holcomb brought the house on that play. They brought a couple linebackers from the second level on that play, and Colby's able to pick him up. Brady makes a good play fake this side, draws the other linebackers here, and he's able to just barely miss on the safety.
4th and 6 to go for Colby. And they're gonna line up in a punt formation here, with Matchell standing the 35-yard line of Colby. Holcomb will send one man back deep, but they're lining up and being set in case there's a fake, which the Eagles have done once on the season. Snapping to the up man, who is Holzmeister this time. Matchell will get it. It is a punt, and he gets it away, and this is a good punt again. It's going to be fielded at the 22-yard line by Holcomb's Kalen Rupp. So Rupp fields it at the 22. Holcomb will have the football with 47 seconds to go. Now, they have used their final timeout.
And Colby's got to be looking to the sideline here to Coach Gardner, the defensive coordinator, especially the defensive backs, knowing down and distance and the time you got left. You're going to give them a little cushion, but you can't give too much because Holcomb's been able to turn those speed outs into some big yards here tonight so far.
Three receivers to the right side, one to the left for the Longhorns. Teeter in the shotgun gets the snap, looking over the middle of the field, and it is a big hit by Brady Holzmeister as he tattoos the intended receiver that time in Brendan Stegman. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 to go. Does stop the clock at 43 seconds.
A great job by Brady to drive on that skinny post by Stegman over the middle of the field. Stegman comes off the trip side, the near side of the field. Brady's able to play his free safety position, just float in the middle, and then drives on at the last minute and is able to disrupt the route.
2nd down and 10 to go now. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Colby playing way off the ball here as the pass thrown underneath, a little screen to the left side. Colby makes a stop after a gain of 7 yards. Rupp on the reception, and it brings up 3rd down now and 4 to go. Holcomb quickly up to the line of scrimmage with 27 seconds to go. Again, they're out of timeouts. 3rd down. Pass caught on the outside. Stegman makes the reception for 4 yards and gets out of bounds. 1st down for the Longhorns. And Stegman's been the go-to guy.
He has, and he comes into the game as the go-to guy. He's by far leading the Longhorns in receptions so far this season. And he gets another one there on that speed out in the 1st down.
Yeah, 35 catches, 147 yards receiving on the season coming into the game. 1st and 10 to go, 20 seconds left on the clock. Holcomb with a long way to go yet. Ball on the 30-yard line, 32. Quick pass on the outside. This is again caught, this time by Gottschalk, who's brought down immediately by Austin Russ. Gain of 10. On the right side, it'll be enough for the 1st down. But again, it stays inbound. The clock will stop until they get set for the snap here. Holcomb waiting. Well, time for maybe 2 plays. You may see a spike here. They blow it ready for play. Here's the snap. Teeter looking left, firing deep down the field, and it is caught on the play. Colby will make the stop at about the 25-yard line. That one pulled in by Christian Mers, the junior for the Longhorns, with the big reception and another 1st down. Did he get out of bounds is the question. There's 4 seconds on the clock. Either way, this will be the last play of the half. So Colby's going to want to make the stop here.
Here you got to be thinking, I mean, they've got to go to the end zone, but you got to make sure everything stays in front of you on this play for in the Eagles secondary.
Here we go. Teeter in the shotgun, gets the snap, looking left. Fires over the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Holzmeister was going to, if that ball was caught, somebody was going to lose their head. Because it was intended for Mers on the little crossing route. Holzmeister was coming across like a missile to knock that one away. Incomplete. The half ends 8-0. Listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show on 100.3 The Ride. Brought to you by Cornerstone Ag, where they're there for all of your grain storage, handling, and marketing needs. Highlights and a recap from the first half are coming up after this. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
Stretch yourself, Protect your home and business and the stuff that you love.
When it comes to insuring your home, vehicles, and valuables, don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff. With Strut Insurance Services of Colby, located just west of Casey's Convenience Store and their store in Brewster. See their ad in the next tech directory.
We'll take the risk. Strut your stuff. Strut your stuff. Strut Insurance Service in Colby.
Are you running on empty? Service Oil Company in Colby is the place to fill up. Hi, this is Monica with the Service Oil Company. We feature quality Conoco gas at prices that are hard to beat, and we have a great selection of snacks and drinks inside to fill you up. Service Oil Company is focused on bringing you quality fuel at the best prices possible. Come by and experience the difference for yourself. Service Oil Company is open weekdays 8 to 12 and 1 to 5, with pay at the pump open 24/7, located at 4th and Court in Colby.
The fall sports season is in full swing, and it doesn't matter if you're taking it to the house for six, serving aces, or swinging the clubs this fall. Always remember, Travis and the staff at the Sports Shop in Colby have all the big names and gear you want, from brands like Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas, as well as Asics, Russell, Schutt, and Mizuno. Plus, they got a great selection of shoes and clothes, and the best selection of Colby Eagle apparel around. So see them today on South Franklin and Colby, and they also want to wish you all the best of luck with the rest of your sports season.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. It's time to break down the first half and bring you the highlights. Here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. At the half, it is 8-0 in favor of the Holcomb Longhorns. Tell you what, a good effort defensively by Colby in the first half of this game, and unfortunately good effort by Holcomb in the first half of this game defensively as well, but very well played by Colby. We talked about some things in the pregame, Thomas, and a lot of it was getting off to a quicker start today in the pregame, and I think we did that. Maybe not scoring, but again, some positive plays, getting things done defensively, not turning it over and getting ourselves into holes early, which is what we really ran into a lot last week.
Yeah, and the weeks before that, really.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks.
So far, yeah, this season it's been pretty tough opening drives on Colby with the turnovers. And so far, you know, we talked about the mistakes, the turnovers, the penalties, and really they've cut that down a lot. I mean, on fourth down we get called off on the hard count. Nose guard jumps offside, and then we have a bogus pass interference call. But other than that, Colby's really played pretty sound football, mistake-free.
Yeah, a couple of huge plays defensively. We've created 2 turnovers in the first half of this game in the red zone by Holcomb. Again, they had a first down and goal to go, and we created a turnover on that one. And then Tate Carney got an interception later. He actually caught it in the end zone, but it was from the 10-yard line is where the ball was thrown. So, we've done a good job of creating turnovers, especially when Holcomb has moved the football down the field and got into the red zone and deep into Colby territory. So you got to be happy with the turnover situation and the defensive performance that the Eagles have put up in the first half of this ball game. But again, trying to get something going on the offensive end. We saw some positive stuff to the middle of the field early in the game. We were running decent up the middle and getting some yardage there. We know the outsides of this defense for Holcomb is phenomenal, and we know that because they held Redzig to only 130 yards rushing, which sounds like, wow, that's not very good, but, he had 137 in the first quarter against Goodland tonight here, 147 in the first quarter, so it tells you the kind of kid he is, and they kept him out of the end zone after the first quarter. First play of the game, he went 74 yards. So, and then he had a 50-yard touchdown later in the game. So, again, this is a good defense on the outside. Colby's going to have to get some more done up the middle. But one of the things we were talking about, not seeing as many counters and misdirection plays that we usually see out of Colby.
Right, and we really haven't seen too much. We've seen a lot of wing stuff, but we haven't seen too much that pistol double wing set. I mean, we've seen it a few times, but it's been a lot of quick hitters, a peeper, and then a couple times that we have seen it, and maybe that was what we were trying to do, what Coach Sims was trying to do, or whatever down there on the field. We have bad mesh points and a couple broken plays and things like that, and that could have been what we saw. So,
and part of that too, like we've talked about, new starting quarterback, as you mentioned, and some new starters in the backfield, and that's going to throw timing off, and so you're going to try to run things simple and run them well. And I imagine we see a little more misdirection, though, in the second half of this game.
Right, I mean, you're down 8-0. We really haven't gotten too much going offensively. We've had a couple runs, and they've been on the edges. Brady's had a couple, Ben's gotten a couple on the edge, and that's what we picked up a few first downs. So we're going to have to open the playbook up and say, okay, Brady, we're going to ride this one out. It's your range.
And he's thrown the ball fairly decent. I mean, he was 3 for 3 on the day. He hasn't thrown anything deep, but he's thrown a couple of nice balls, and it's been successful. It's been open when we had those opportunities. So very capable in that manner. At the end of the half, it's 8-0 in favor of Holcomb. The one score in the game, we'll run through that real quick, came in the second quarter on the Longhorns. With 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go, it was a 21-yard touchdown pass from Teeter to Stegman. Stegman pulling that one in, coming out of the backfield to make the reception. The two-point conversion attempt was good as Williams took it in on the left side, and that brought us to our halftime score of 8-0 in favor of the Holcomb Longhorns. But a very solid first half for the Colby Eagles defensively, and they can get something going here in the second half on the offensive side. It's going to be a pretty good football game. Got a lot more to talk about. We'll have our health tip of the half on the way here and more. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show on 100.3 The Ride.
This is the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show on 100.3 The Ride. The health tip of the half is next. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
Health insurance has changed. You have new options, but which one is right for you? Farm Bureau agent Vernon Hurd knows health insurance and can help you understand all of your options and the differences between them so you can feel confident about having the right insurance plan for you and your family. Making your health insurance decisions is easier with a Farm Bureau agent by your side. Contact me, Vernon Hurd, your local, trusted Farm Bureau agent in Colby today. I make health insurance simple.
When it comes to your flooring and cabinetry needs, don't forget about Northwest Kansas Decorating, located on West 4th Street in Colby. Stop in and see them today. They have a full line of flooring. Whether it's hardwood, laminate, or carpet, they've got it all at Northwest Kansas Decorating. Plus a great selection of cabinetry and countertops. Stop by and talk to Carrie and the crew today at Northwest Kansas Decorating in Colby about all your flooring and cabinetry needs. Northwest Kansas Decorating, a proud supporter of the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Gunlock, now with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic in Colby. As part of the team at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, I will not only be there to serve you in all your chiropractic needs, but will also be able to improve your health and well-being with acupuncture and Graston technique. The Graston technique breaks down scar tissue, helps in faster rehabilitation, and treats chronic conditions like joint pain, plantar fasciitis, and fibromyalgia. I'm Dr. Mark Gunlock, inviting you to come see me at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic in Colby and start feeling better today.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. It's time for the health tip of the half with the doctors at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic.
Heel pain syndrome, also known as plantar fasciitis, is the most common cause of heel pain, resulting from gradual degeneration of the plantar fascia or sudden trauma to the area. Many describe the sensations as a sharp stab or deep ache in the middle of the heel or along the arch that typically occurs during walking or standing. Often, pain occurs early in the morning when you are taking your first few steps out of bed, or after long periods of sitting, laying down, or no activity at all. As the foot naturally tightens at night, the fascia may gain new tears in the morning, initiating a painful cycle. Appearing in one heel or both, the condition tends to be chronic and can be difficult to heal without a combination of aggressive, conservative treatments and total patient compliance. The plantar fascia is a connective tissue that runs from the calcaneus, or the heel, to the base of the toes, with 5 slips of tissue that form a bridge to each toe. Conditions like calcaneal fat pad atrophy, a stress fracture of the calcaneus, nerve entrapment, or rheumatoid arthritis can exist alongside plantar fasciitis and may also cause pain. Improper footwear, strenuous activity, even obesity can bring on plantar fasciitis. Overpronation, high arches or flat feet, and poor shock absorption in shoes can also put excessive stress on the foot's soft tissues. Plantar fasciitis is commonly seen in middle-aged patients, but young patients can be affected as well. You see it in those who place a great deal of stress on their feet, like runners, athletes, and soldiers. Plantar fasciitis affects approximately 2 million people in the United States annually. There are multiple ways to help treat plantar fasciitis. Chiropractic manipulation works to restore normal joint mechanics and reduce tension. Graston technique is a great technique used for plantar fasciitis. It decreases treatment time and gets the patient out of pain and back to normal activities. Specially designed stainless steel instruments are used to detect and treat problematic areas exhibiting soft tissue scarring or chronic inflammation. Graston instruments break up the scar tissue and other restrictions within the fascial tissue to decrease pain, increase circulation, and restore soft tissue motion. The treatment stimulates new cell production, which leads to new tissue formation, thus replacing old degenerative tissue with a stronger and more functional tissue. Patients usually see a decrease in pain after the first treatment and usually see a significant decrease or complete elimination of pain in 3 to 4 treatments. Functional orthotics are perfect for pain reduction and positioning the foot for proper healing. If using orthotics, make sure you use it in all of your shoes for best results. At home, when the first sign of soreness appears, patients should apply ice and massage the area, perhaps by rolling a golf ball beneath the afflicted foot. If using ice, make sure you only use it for 20 minutes at a time, wrapped in a towel. If you need to repeat the icing, make sure you rest for at least an hour before applying the ice again. Stretching before activities, maintaining a healthy weight, and wearing supportive footwear will all help with prevention. A combination of therapies as described earlier is the most effective approach. For more information on plantar fasciitis or the Graston technique, visit us online at nwkchiro.com or like our Facebook page. This is Dr. Eric Griggs with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, inviting you to stop in and see us and start feeling better today.
When the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show returns, we will name the McKee Incorporated Hot Player of the first half, and we'll give you our keys to the second half. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
Fall's perfect for getting cozy, and that makes it the perfect time to call McKee Incorporated for a new Lennox home comfort system. And right now, receive a rebate of up to $1,700 on your qualifying Lennox purchase. Call McKee Incorporated at 785-462-3132 today. That's 785-462-3132 for the perfect sale on a system that can make you comfortable this season and throughout the entire year. Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show and the Eagles on radio here on 100.3 The Ride at the half, 8-0 in favor of the Holcomb Longhorns. Good, solid first half of football. We'll name our McKee Incorporated hot hand of the first half here in just a second. Let's give you some score updates that we have in tonight. Rollins County on top of St. Francis, 22-0 at the half of that ball game tonight. Let's see here. Also tonight we've got a lot of scores in here at the half now. Scott City leading Hugoton 35-0 at the end of the first half of that ball game. Garden City over Liberal 28-6 tonight at half. Larned over Lions 20-0 at the half. And then again, the last score we had on Goodland, we'll get an update on this from Bo Janssen in a few minutes, but Ulysses was leading Goodland 29-13 at the end of the first half. And again, Redzig 6 carries, 175 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 quarter. Wow. We saw enough of him last week, and he's back at it again this week as the team's making their way back onto the field. Time today, our McKee Incorporated hot hand of the first half, again brought to you by Tim Parker Carson and the crew at McKee Incorporated here in Colby. And a lot of things thrown on the shoulders of a young man named Brady Holzmeister this week with Josh Matchell out with the injury. He's had to step into that quarterback position. I thought he's handled himself well. He's actually thrown the ball extremely well in the game so far today, as he's perfect throwing the football. And but I was looking at it more on the defensive side, Thomas. He's done a great job moving over into that free safety spot tonight, and he's been all over the field, made some big hits and broken up some nice passes down the field.
He has. He really has. From the safety position, he's been able to, float in the middle of the field and read eyes and react to the ball, seeing long arm and flowing over the top and breaking up a lot of fade routes along the sideline and things. But he just really, from his free safety position, again, he's ran his alleys well tonight and run support, playing it inside out, darting up there, running through the alley and finishing off a finishing off the tackle well.
Brady Holzmeister, McKee Incorporated, hot hand of the first half. We'll take a break. Second half kickoff coming up after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show and the Eagles on radio, 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Cornerstone Ag is committed to the Northwest Kansas community because they're proud to be a part of it. At Cornerstone Ag, the staff works hard to be your local answer to all of your grain storage and handling needs, as well as a great local marketing resource. Their service is fast and friendly, with questions being answered on site by their professionals. During non-peak times, they can even assist you with pickup and delivery services. Cornerstone Ag, where local customer service is not just a priority, it's the only way they'll do business.
Technology is changing and is making banking easier than ever. Hi, this is Skylar with Farmers and Merchants Bank, and although we wish you could visit us in person, we understand that in today's busy world, sometimes it's difficult for you to make it to the bank. Luckily, we have just rolled out many new features: mobile banking, hot money, online bill pay, text banking, and mobile capture. So no matter where you're at, so is Farmers and Merchants Bank. Call us today for any questions about our new products at 785-460-3321. Together making a difference. Member FDIC.
This has been the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show on 100.3 The Ride. Brought to you by Cornerstone Ag in Colby, where they serve the area's grain storage, marketing, and handling needs. Now, with the call of the second half, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Welcome back. Chad Jones alongside Thomas Whelan. A big thank you tonight to Will Starrett, who filled in and is running the camera for us on our web broadcast this evening, and really appreciate that, doing a great job. And again, we thank you for coming in and helping us out on that tonight as we get set for the second half of this ball game. Also, a big thank you to Farmers and Merchants Bank and to Strutt Insurance Services. They make the video broadcast of the Eagles on Radio possible here on 100.3 The Ride. So, and couldn't do it without them and the rest of our sponsors here on the radio station. At the half, 8-0 in favor of the Holcomb Longhorns. Two teams getting set for the second half. Colby will be kicking to Holcomb to start the second half.
And here we'll see the Eagles getting this kickoff return, and see if we can see a big return like we've had in the weeks past prior to the night's game. But lately, Coach Wilderman's had his special teams, especially the kickoff return unit, playing really well.
Update you on the Major League playoffs. San Francisco defeated Washington today 3-2. Baltimore has a 2-0 lead on Detroit as they won 7-6 today. Los Angeles Dodgers are leading the St. Louis Cardinals 6-2 in the top of the seventh. And, of course, the Royals and Angels will get underway at 8:37. First pitch on that game tonight from Anaheim, Game 2 of the series. It's been a fun week for fans of the Royals and Chiefs. It's been a great week.
And not much sleep.
No, not much sleep at all. But that's what the weekend's for, right? No. All right, here we go. Second half underway here. Let's make it a good week for the Eagles as well. Good start to this ball game as they're hanging in here. Kicking it away has been Matchell. Line drive kick that's going to bounce at the 20, be picked up at the 15-yard line. Holcomb looking for some running room to the outside, and Pieper chasing, and not much room on the return that time for Christian Mers.
Mers picks it up on the near side of the field, runs around trying to run to the Holcomb sideline. Isn't quite able to get there before the Eagles trip him up, and the Eagles have great coverage on that play.
Yeah. And I said that was one of the strengths of this Holcomb team was their return group, but Colby's done a great job so far tonight. See what kind of adjustments the two teams have made. Holcomb going to come out throwing right away, a little quick slant to the outside. That's a gain of just a yard as it's brought in by Kalen Rupp, and he was immediately brought down by the Eagles. Couple of players there on the stop.
And the Longhorns run a combo route on the far side of the field. A slant route with the outside receiver, speed out with the inside receiver, and just no room. Eagles secondary users do a good job of using the sideline for the short gain.
Second down and 9 to go. One receiver wide to the left side, and that's Mers. Man in motion from right to left coming across the formation as well. Teeter gets the snap, and this is just that quarterback keeper to the right side. Colby defends it well as the Eagles run him down. Slinger in on the stop. Eric Schutte there as well for Colby.
And Tate Carney playing strong safety tonight for the Eagles. Does a heck of a job on the play as the Longhorns motion into trips on this side of the field. Carney's able to lower his shoulder and work the upfield shoulder of the inside receiver and forces that play back inside to where his Eagles teammates are.
Carney and Elias, a couple of youngsters, getting some heavy-duty varsity snaps tonight on that right side of the defense in the backfield. Here's a quick pass to the outside and a great tackle by the Eagles. Holzmeister again cutting the legs out from the receiver that time, Van Cleve of the Longhorns, and that's just a couple of yards in the game. It brings up 4th and long, about 4 yards to go from the 30, and this is the first punt attempt of the night by Holcomb.
And a heck of a job by Brady to up in the tight end on that one.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he is. He's great big. He's great. Running the speed out again, like we talked about. I mean, they're just going to run the speed out because Colby's giving them the cushion there on the outside, and there's really not much pressure to not throw that speed out. And Teeter's just been making the Eagles pay so far tonight.
We had an official's timeout. There was something broken on Brady Holzmeister's helmet, so he's got to come out. Whitfield runs in his place. Here's the problem. He's got to come in and quarterback the next play for Colby. Here's the punt. Coach Sims frantically trying to fix the helmet. Very high end-over-end punt. Get away if you're Colby. This is going to bounce and roll, and Holcomb going to down this at about the 32-yard line. And Tate Carney came out. He was going to hit the guy from Holcomb picking up the ball. And as he got his arms around him, he realized, wait a minute, this is a dead ball. I can't hit him. No penalty flag on the play. And again, they're still working on Holzmeister's helmet. They got it fixed. He'll put it on right onto the field.
And Brady playing quarterback tonight with gloves on. You don't see a lot of guys doing that. But he's been throwing the ball great tonight, so why not?
Yeah. And give the play of the half so far to Coach Sims in fixing the helmet between the punt and the first snap. Getting Holzmeister back out there.
Great hustle by Sims.
I don't know who the backup would be at this point for Colby. So give him credit for the hustle on that. It's still not fixed. He's got to come out. He's got to come out. And Colby may have to take a timeout here. Now they give him another helmet. Technically, I think if that comes off his head, he's got to stay out unless they're just considering a timeout for equipment, which is what they're doing here. All right, we're ready for football here. First possession of the second half for the Eagles. Split backs behind Holzmeister. Whitfield in motion from left to right. One receiver to the left side, and it's a pitch on the outside, and this is blown out by Holcomb as they give it to Ben Matchell, and again, he was just hit immediately on the play.
The Eagles with the split back formation. Try a quick fix to Matchell, get him out there on the edge as quick as they can. Nothing doing. The Longhorns read it right away, send their outside backer there now on an automatic, and is able to clean Ben up in the backfield.
Whitfield split wide to the right side. Second down and 14 to go. Holzmeister gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Little quarterback keeper, and he breaks some tackles, spins forward, and puts together a nice run. Gets about 12 yards on the play, but it's going to bring up third down and 4 to go here for the Eagles. Good read by Holzmeister.
And the Longhorns right now are playing their 4-4, but they're walking Colby Cassius, number 14, when the Eagles have a tight end and no split out down there. They're walking him down pretty close to the line of scrimmage, and that's how they're controlling the strong side of the line.
Blitz coming up the middle. Holzmeister with time completes the pass to Matchell over the middle. Holzmeister 4 for 4 in the game, passing another first down for the Eagles.
A great job by Brady. Good read. Great job by the front line, giving him really time to go through his progression. The routes on the outside are taking a while. Slow progressing. He sees Ben come over open in the middle of the field, and Brady's able to hit him on the angle route.
Matchell in the slot to the left side, two receivers to the right. Matchell in motion from left to right. Holzmeister quick screen pass caught by Whitfield, dropped by Whitfield. And they're calling that a fumble. They're saying it was a backward pass, and I don't agree with that one. And Coach Sims and Coach Gardner screaming here as Holcomb takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. And they've thrown the beanbag down here and where it happened, and now they've got to discuss this, but it should be an incomplete pass. It was not thrown backwards. It was thrown forwards or parallel. Incomplete pass, Colby football. So here's the deal. Yes, Holcomb takes it in, but the officials did discuss it. They got the call right. Now, if he drops the football and he's ahead of where it was thrown, doesn't have to be in front of the line of scrimmage, but has to be in front of the quarterback, then it's just an incomplete pass. If it's thrown backward and he drops the football, it is a fumble, even though it was an overhand pass. So that's where the confusion is on that one. And again, the officials discussed and got things correct. Of course, if you're on the sideline opposite of me right now, they're saying the complete opposite of what I just said. And Coach Teeter trying to make that argument to the officials, because that would have been another 6 points plus on the scoreboard for the Longhorns as they picked that up and took it into the end zone. But the call is made. It will not be changed, and it is Colby football. Should be second down and 10 to go here for the Eagles. And the ball, again, at the Colby 47-yard line. Eagles will head back to the line of scrimmage. Austin Russ split out wide to the right side. Slot back to the right for the Eagles. Two backs behind Whitfield. And it's just that option play kept by Holzmeister that time, and he's going to get about 2 to bring up 3rd and 8. Tate Carney going to check into the backfield for the Eagles.
Yeah, Dante Whitfield's going to get coached up here on the sideline. Brady Holzmeister makes a great read on the read option play and is able to cut it up the field, cut inside where he's reading off of. Just Dante's not able to hold his block quite long enough, and and that's the only thing keeping Brady from getting to the second level in a first down.
So 3rd down and long, and the play clock at 11 seconds. Colby's going to have to hustle here. They get to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left. Tied into the left side as well. Holzmeister gets the snap in time. Pulling to his left, steps away from one defender. Now goes to the right side and has some room. As he's close to the first down, he's got it. He's across the 40 and down to the 39-yard line of the Longhorns. Great run of 11 yards, actually 12 yards on the carry, and a first down for the Eagles.
And a great job by Brady Holzmeister. Sees nobody's open down the field, and he's just able to scramble around and make something happen with his legs and move the chain.
1st and 10 to go for Colby in Holcomb territory here, moving the football well in this first drive of the second half for them. Eagles will hand it off first back through. Matthew Pieper on the carry. He's going to get about 2 yards just right of center. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
And Colby, we're seeing a little more fakes in the backfield, a little bit more misdirection going on. Opening up the playbook here a little more in the second half so far.
7 minutes to go in the third quarter, still 8-0. Holcomb leading Colby. Eagles marching down the field right now. Young split to the left side for Colby. Offset I formation. Out of the pistol. Handoff goes to Pieper and can't get around the corner. Ball is loose, but it's recovered by the Eagles. Austin Russ falling on that one for Colby. Saves the possession.
Recovered by Austin Russ.
And the Eagles that time line up in a formation, split out to the far side of the field, this side tied in and a slot back. And trying to just get out over to the unbalanced side with a bonus guy over here for the Eagles, and just nothing doing. The Longhorns able to string it out by walking that corner down the line of scrimmage. Is able to set the edge well for the Longhorns and string the play out.
Double wing formation for Colby this time. Carney in motion. Handoff's going to be on an end around to Ben Matchell, and boy, that was blown up by Holcomb. Hit in the backfield, loss of a couple on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 15 for the Eagles.
And Van Cleve for the Longhorns does a good job. Defensive end for him. Instead of getting upfield on that counter where you want to take him, he fights through it, fights the pressure off, and tries getting down the line, and Ben has to run right into him. But other than that, it's a great play, well drawn up, and he was going to be off to the races other than a great play by Moncrief.
One man back deep. The Holcomb, a punting situation, and penalty flags all over the place. Movement on the left side of the line of scrimmage that time on the outside by Colby.
Flags on the play, legal procedure against the Eagles.
So move it back another 5 yards and then punt it again. We get the ball spotted here. Colby will now be punting from their own territory at the 49-yard line. Snap is perfect. Matchell gets away the kick, and that's going to be a short kick that does not take a favorable Colby bounce. It hits at the 30-yard line, and that's where it's down actually at the 31. So the punt only goes about 20 yards. And Holcomb will start the football. Again, not great field position, though. They start at their own 31-yard line.
And Ben's had a tough time on a couple punts tonight, really getting a hold of it, heading off the side, not getting a very big piece of it. That time, luckily for the Eagles, they're punting from midfield.
5 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the third quarter, 8-0. Colby leads. There is a penalty flag on the play. It's against Holcomb. So there's a break for the Eagles, blocking the back, and that's going to march them back another 10 yards. So they'll actually start on their own 20-yard line for the illegal block in the back. One receiver wide to the left side, to the right side of the offensive formation. He is way out there. One to the left, slot back to the left side as well, and one back just to the left of Trey Teeter. And now they will send Stegman in motion across the formation, and a timeout is called by Holcomb. Confusion on that play by Holcomb. They have to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:51 to go. Third quarter, 8-0 in favor of Holcomb.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Football season is here, and it's time to get that game day meal ready. Well, Pizza Hut of Colby has always had great pizza and service that allow you to have a tasty meal that's convenient. They have the lunchtime buffet in their renovated restaurant, and they still have carry-out and delivery services for those of you who want to eat at home. Colby Pizza Hut is now a Wing Street location as well. With 3 different types of wings and 8 sauces, you can find the perfect combo for watching football. You can get that perfect game day meal with pizza or wings from Pizza Hut and Wing Street in Colby.
It's time someone stood up for breakfast. The meal that sets the tone for your entire day. Hey, a soy latte isn't breakfast. Toaster pastry from a vending machine aren't either. Fluffy scrambled eggs, sizzling sausage, bacon. This is breakfast. And this is what's in Taco John's breakfast burritos, along with nacho cheese and golden potato olays, wrapped up like scrambled sunshine. They're the best breakfast burritos in town. Only at Taco John's.
Taco John's. Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Well, as we come out of the timeout, Holcomb completes a pass deep down the field and pulled in again by their big end and Connor Van Cleve, who looked like he was going to take it to the end zone, but Holzmeister able to run him down at the Eagle 21-yard line. And Holcomb threatening here, deep in Colby territory.
And just a breakdown on that last play in the Eagles secondary on communication. Just 2 guys running down the middle of the field on seam routes, 1 guy to cover them, and Trey Teeter is able to hit the open receiver.
Holcomb with some confusion here in the backfield, trying to get some things sorted out. Teeter discussing things with his lineman. Under center, here's the snap. Quick pitch on the left side, trying to get to the corner. Well defended by the Eagles, and Schutte coming up and putting the hit on the running back that time, and Dylan Williams. And that's a gain of just a yard on the play.
Holcomb comes out in a pro-left formation. Run a little G sweep this side. Pull the play side guard. He gets out in front, but Eric Schutte does a great job from his defensive end position, getting off, using his hands. He strings the play out and is able to make the stop for a yard gain.
Dalton Gottschalk split wide to the right side, one receiver to the left as well for Holcomb. Under center this time, and again a quick pitch to the left. And again, Schutte is there to make the stop for the Eagles along with Alex Young. And a gain of a couple of yards on the play. Stegman this time on the carry. So third down and about 6 to go.
And another play side full by the Holcomb Longhorns. And so far, the Eagles have been able to adjust to it fairly well for seeing it for the first time tonight.
Holcomb heads to the line of scrimmage. One receiver to the right side and one to the left. I formation now. Tight end to the left side. Keep an eye on him. Under center, back to pass is Teeter, and he just launches one toward the goal line on the right side. Incomplete. He takes a shot after passing the football, and it's going to bring up fourth down now for Holcomb, and another huge, huge defensive play for the Eagles here.
And Teeter gets away with throwing a lob shot up there into the Eagles secondary. Luckily, he throws it towards the sideline. The Eagles aren't able to make a break on it. Comes up a little short, but great pressure from the front line of the Colby Eagles on that last play.
Two receivers to each side of the field, fourth down and 6. Teeter gets a snap, looking left, over the middle now, throws, and it is incomplete and great coverage. Oh, late flags are in on the play. The receiver talked him into it. Looked like Holzmeister got a hand on that one.
Intended for Brandon Stegman.
And they're going to call pass interference on the play. Third pass interference penalty called on the Eagles tonight. One of them I agree with. My goodness. Couple of things you have to take into account on that.
Pass interference, Colby.
One, I didn't think he made contact. Two, it looked like he got a piece of the football. And if you block the football, tip it in any way, shape, or form, he's fair game to hit.
Yes.
Boy, that's costly. One receiver wide to the right side, three receivers bunched at the line of scrimmage to the left side. They'll put one man in motion, that is Rupp, and they will hand it to him on a little reverse play, and Rupp going to be hit and knocked out of bounds at the 1 yard line. Tanner Elias makes a great stop for the Eagles. But, again, it's going to bring up second down and goal to go here for the Longhorns at the 3 yard line.
A good open field stop by Tanner Elias on that play for the Eagles. Goodland uses a goofy motion. They motion the kid across the line of scrimmage, then bring him back in an arc motion once the ball snapped, and is able to hit him on an end around that way. And Tanner Elias isn't fooled, stays home. He's able to pick up the stop for the Eagles.
Here we go, big play for Colby. They fake the handoff right side, the pass caught, and touchdown. Touchdown by the Longhorns, and that was pulled in by Stegman. Nope, check that. That was pulled in by Connor Van Cleve. And the big guy makes the reception and then dives forward. They mark him into the end zone for the touchdown. 14-0 right now. Holcomb, that comes with 4:31 to go here in the third quarter of play. They'll go into the swinging gate formation. Quick pass. Van Cleve catches, but does not get his feet down on this side of the end zone. It was Holzmeister there to break it up defensively. 4:31 to go, third quarter. Holcomb on top, 14-0. Kickoff coming up when we return. The Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department of Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby.
Well, there's a little bit of chill in the air, and they can take that chill off you there at Plum Creek Limited. See the new arrivals they do have for ladies and for men of clothing for fall and winter. Really some good buys right now, too. And, of course, they're marking down the summer rack. So come on in and save at Plum Creek and see the new colors of fall. Kind of about as bright as what the colors will be when it gets here, y'all. The colors of fall found at Plum Creek in downtown Colby. Remember them for a wedding, too. Booking your tuxedos.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Chad Jones alongside Thomas Wheeland. We have a 14-0 ball game now in favor of the Holcomb Longhorns after they get their second touchdown of the game. They'll get set to kick it away. Matchell deep for the Eagles. They have not really kicked away at one yet tonight, but have to this time after the unsportsmanlike penalty. This kick bobbled by the Eagles, but picked up at the 32-yard line, and not a lot, about 5 yards on the return for Colby. And again, that was Travis Finley on the return for the Eagles. Finley trying to make the return. Do we have an injured player down here? We do. So we've got coaches hustling over on the sidelines for Colby. So we have an injured Eagle player. They're getting the doctors over there on the sideline as well. Again, they're just the team guys that take care of the kids. Got a player down for Colby on the sideline. With that going on, we'll let you know who that is and what's happening as soon as we can, but they'll tend to him. And while we do that, we're going to go ahead and take another break here. When we come back, we'll update you on your scores and what's going on here from Denon Field. Score 14-0 in favor of Holcomb. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Physical ailments and injuries are a red light on the road of life. Tina Harris Physical Therapy can turn those painful red lights green, allowing you to move forward with life. Free screenings for pain and injury, sports medicine, hand therapy, post-surgery therapy, all offered by Tina Harris Physical Therapy. And this is just a small sampling of the services they offer. If it has to do with bringing you back to health and enjoying normal everyday life, chances are Tina Harris Physical Therapy can help. And they work with most insurance companies. Turn painful red lights back to green with Tina Harris Physical Therapy on Franklin in downtown Colby.
Farm Credit Western Kansas and Colby has once again returned $2.5 million of patronage to its members. In just the past 10 years alone, we have put nearly $20 million back into the area economy. At Farm Credit, we are proud to be the area's leading ag lender, taking an active interest in the success of our borrower owners. If you're involved in agriculture and not a Farm Credit member, why not? Call us at 1-800-657-6048 to find out the difference it makes being an owner. Farm Credit Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Still no word on what Colby player is down. As we come out of the break, we'll let you know who that is. When we can, they are moving, all that kind of stuff, which is good news. We just don't know. Can't see the numbers. The medical personnel and coaches are there attending to it, as well as athletic director Larry Gable for the Eagles. Update you on some scores. Let's give you what we've got here. Scott City and Hugoton, still nothing over. That halftime score was 35-0. Scott City was leading that one. Ulysses leads Goodland 67-19 at half. Rudzig unofficially 314 yards and 7 touchdowns, 10 carries. 10 carries. That is unreal. As they get the Eagle player up here. Right. 25. Tyler Schroeder, the injured Eagle, he is up and walking off the field under his own power. They are going to take him and get him checked out, though, with the ambulance. Again, he's walking there, which is the good sign, but no chances will ever be taken on that. They'll make sure he's taken care of. And Tyler Schroeder, the injured Eagle, on the play. But how about that score from Ulysses? 67-0. or 67-19 at the end of the half.
Unbelievable. 10 rushes, 7 touchdowns. That's not a bad night.
No. Tyler Schroeder, the injured Eagle for Colby. Schroeder, a sophomore, getting some time on special teams and a little banged up. Here's where we're actually at. That was on the kickoff from Ulysses, or from Holcomb after their second touchdown of the game. They lead 14-0. 4:25 to go here in the third quarter. The Eagles set to go. Holzmeister in the shotgun, gets the snap. Penalty flags down and whistles here at the snap of the football.
Penalty markers.
So we'll see what the call is here. And it's encroachment against Holcomb. And basically what happened there is somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Nobody jumped, but they were in the neutral zone at the snap of the football. So 5-yard penalty, and that helps Colby out. We'll take that. Makes it first down and 5 to go now. And the football across the Eagle 40 to the 42. 4:24 to go here in the third quarter. 14-0 in favor of Ulysses. Colby's moved the ball well at times tonight, but pretty stingy defense by the Holcomb Longhorns. Here's a handoff up the middle. Austin Pieper on the carry. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down for about a yard on the play. And it'll bring up second down and 4 to go. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter of play. Eagles trying to pick away at the middle of the defense now.
And Holcomb's doing a great job. They're loading up the box with 8 every play. Sometimes, depending on the set, they'll bring down, Eagles go 22 personnel like they've done a couple times tonight. They're going to load up in 9 in the box and play a too high look. And they've just been trying to force the Eagles to pass.
3 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Here's the handoff on the right side. Matchell trying to get to the corner. He's hit, but, boy, great second effort, now third effort, and he's going to fall forward and end up getting about 3 yards out of that. It's going to bring up third down and 2 to go for the Eagles. Ball on the 45-yard line. They need the 47 for a first down. A couple of downs to get it in here. That one looked like it was going to be a loss, but good second effort.
Great job by Ben, keeping his legs turned, keep going, and falls forward and finishes on top.
Here's a quarterback keeper, Holzmeister, to the left side. Gets positive yardage, but not enough. And it's going to bring up 4th and 1. And of course the Eagles, I think, will go for it here. They ran the quarterback keeper on a short yardage play earlier and got about 2 or 3 out of it. And did well with it last week as well. But that middle of the line is so strong for Colby. That's the strength in Armberger, Quiliano, and Hart. And this time it's going to be a little run to the right side. He's got positive yardage, but I don't think he has enough. The spot's going to depend on this one.
And it wasn't a
generous spot, actually, Thomas. It's
going to be close from what we think.
It's going to be close, yeah. The chains are going to come out. This is what we saw him run earlier. Remember a couple of weeks ago with Matchell, they faked the quarterback and they just ran it to the right side around guard tackle instead of center guard.
Right, instead of going in the A-gap where a conventional quarterback sneak would go. Brady on the last play, he's bumped both of them, runs the quarterback sneak to the left the first play, or on third down, and bumps it over to the D-gap and then does it here too.
2 links of the chain separate the Eagles from the first down. Holcomb will take back over offensively. Two minutes, 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. 14-0 Holcomb. Longhorns with the football. 1 receiver to each side of the field. Slot back and tight end to the right as well. They like to go to that strong side. Teeter. Quick pitch on the right side. This is the tailback, and Williams, who again looked like he had nothing, but what an effort by Williams as he gets it around the right side and dives forward all the way down to the 30 of Colby. They'll spot him shy of that at the 32, but again, a gain of about 13 yards and a first down.
And Colby's defensive end on the play on the far side of the field just gets washed in, and that allows the Longhorns able to get the edge and get out there and pick up a first down.
Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper. They fake the handoff to the right. Keeper to the left with Teeter picking up about 5 or 6 yards on the play. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Third quarter, second down, 3.
And the Eagles need a big stop here. Need to come through. We'll see if we see an automatic or a blitz from Ben Matchell, the middle linebacker here, coming up soon. He's passing down.
They're staying coverage, and Colby nearly gets the pick, but it's pulled in by Stegman, who's knocked out of bounds by Holzmeister at the 6-yard line. Well, they tried to cut that off to Tanner Elias, trying to get the pick, and just couldn't pull it in, and Stegman made a pretty good catch with the defender flying in front of him.
Yeah, good concentration by Stegman. Great play by Elias to drive on that little out route, and just comes up short.
1 minute, 50 seconds to go. Clock stopped as they went out of bounds. Gottschalk split to the right side. Mers to the left side. Stegman in motion across the formation. Teeter looking to his right, and it is caught for a touchdown. 6-yard touchdown reception that time to Dalton Gottschalk. And again, Holcomb on the board now, leading 20-0.
It's a goal line fade route run by the Longhorns down there on the goal line, close to the end zone by the outside receiver, the number 1 receiver, and we see it again here on the 2-point conversion. This time, Austin Russ is able to push him out of bounds, but unfortunately on the last play that wasn't the case, and the Longhorns pick up 6 points.
So it is 20-0 in favor of Holcomb. They'll be kicking to Colby when we return. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Kansas City Chiefs football is on 100.3 The Ride. Catch all the action each week with Mitch Holtis and Hall of Famer Len Dawson. Kansas City heads to the West Coast Sunday to play NFC West powerhouse San Francisco. Kickoff at 3:30 Central. Chiefs football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you by H&R Block, the Great Outdoors Gun Shop, Jack's Automotive and 24-hour towing, Pioneer Feed Yard and Hoxie Feed Yard, the Buckhorn Restaurant at Mitten's TA, Larry and Dinah Dinkle of Mitten Trucking, Logan County Implement, Fitz Meat Market, the Bottle Gallery, and Farm Credit of Western Kansas.
With a successful season under his belt, quarterback Jake Waters returns as the main man in the backfield.
Jake will quarterback sneak into the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Behind legendary head coach Bill Snyder, the Cats look to tear up the Big 12. Catch all of the action right here on the K-State Sports Network.
Wildcat football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you in part by Mitten's TA, Sprinkler Supply, Edward Jones, Chris Yost, Next Tech Wireless, and Wilson Trailer Sales.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wieland.
Welcome back. Good return coming here from Ben Matchell, who takes it around the left side. Some penalty flags flew in at the end of that play, though, as Matchell returns it out to the 45-yard line for Colby. And
Matchell on the return.
Maybe we didn't have a flag. I thought someone came in late on that one, but it might have just been the marker. 1 minute, 37 seconds to go, third quarter. Colby down 20-0, trying to get something going here offensively today. They've moved the ball a couple of times and just unable to break anything open. The counter play, Matchell on the carry, gets to the right side. Breaks a couple of tackles and brought down after a gain of 10 yards. Nice run by Matchell on the play. He's one block away. Thomas is going a long way on that one. And Ben with a cramp here, they're stretching it on the field.
And he is one block away. He does a good job being patient as long as he could. He just sees a crease, he cuts it up. Austin Hart thinks he's going to stretch it out to the outside. Hart gets going to the sideline, Ben cuts it up, and that's where that one block goes, and that's just miscommunication, and it happened.
Second down to go as they marked it. A gain of a long 9, handoff, a fake, and Holzmeister keeps it himself, and he gets it across the 45-yard line. So enough for the first down as they needed to get just shy of that. So gain of a yard, first and 10 to go for the Eagles. And it looked like there was some confusion on that one, but Holzmeister makes something positive out of it. Again, we had some different running backs in. We got different quarterback this week. And so we've seen some timing issues, but really I thought they played pretty hard through that.
Yeah, so far they've looked good. They've had times where they've looked good tonight, I should say. Just, haven't been able to string a full drive together, and we'll see if they can do it here on this one.
On balance line to the right side. Here's the snap. Holzmeister takes the handoff, pulls it himself, and is hit immediately. And really, there was nothing going either way on that one as they faked it, kind of took it away from Pieper, and then just got drilled.
Yeah, that's,
And really, sometimes you're safer just to keep that and avoid a turnover.
Absolutely, instead of just having that ball pop out there. And right now, they're going to have some of that with the way these linebackers for Holcomb's playing. I mean, they're playing downhill 2 steps every play hard, and then just finishing off the drive or finishing off the play in the backfield.
Same formation. The snap is low, and boy, this was a disaster from the start. The low snap rolls to Holzmeister. He's able to get to it, but then the timing on the handoff was completely thrown off, and Pieper couldn't hang on to it. It hits the ground, but he's able to fall on it and save the possession for the Eagles. But now you got 3rd down and 14 to go as the quarter comes to an end, and Colby trailing 20-0. We'll take another break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio in just a minute here on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Football season is here, and it's time to get that game day meal ready. Well, Pizza Hut of Colby has always had great pizza and service that allow you to have a tasty meal that's convenient. They have the lunchtime buffet in their renovated restaurant, and they still have carry-out and delivery services for those of you who want to eat at home. Colby Pizza Hut is now a Wing Street location as well. With 3 different types of wings and 8 sauces, you can find the perfect combo for watching football. You can get that perfect game day meal with pizza or wings from Pizza Hut and Wing Street in Colby.
It's time someone stood up for breakfast. The meal that sets the tone for your entire day. Hey, a soy latte isn't breakfast. Toaster pastry from a vending machine aren't either. Fluffy scrambled eggs, sizzling sausage, bacon. This is breakfast. And this is what's in Taco John's breakfast burritos, along with nacho cheese and golden potato olays, wrapped up like scrambled sunshine. They're the best breakfast burritos in town. Only at Taco John's.
Taco John's! Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back to Eagles on 3rd and 14. Snap the football. Holzmeister around the left side, looks for the man cutting across to the right. Pass a little off the mark, and it was nearly picked off that time by Colby Cassis of the Holcomb Longhorns. The incompletion brings up 4th down, and long for the Eagles, and the offense is on the field still for Colby. They have not gone into a punting formation as of yet. But again, you're down 20 in the 4th quarter now, and the ball near midfield. And here's the play being signaled in from the sideline. They're going to run an offensive play here. Whitfield trying to run up to the line, and Colby 5 seconds on the play clock and confusion in the backfield. Now they have to call a timeout. Which really kind of takes. That's one of those plays, Thomas. In that situation, you want to get that play in a hurry because you want Holcomb thinking punt and not really getting into position on that one. Holcomb should have to call the timeout.
Absolutely, and that's one of those really, I mean, you just come out of a quarter break. I mean, you've got a pretty good, I mean, if you're going to go for it, you're going to go for it. You need to, relay that to your quarterback, especially in the huddle there during that quarter break, saying, you've got 2 downs. I mean, Brady's trying to get the first down, that last 3rd down. That's why he throws a deeper ball into more coverage. I mean, he's got 2 downs. He could hit the underneath route. He's got another down to work with and shorter yardage to go to get the first down. But just isn't relayed or anyway. So coming out here, a little miscommunication on that 4th down play, trying to get it in.
Here we go, big 4th down play for the Eagles. Holzmeister to throw, looking deep to the right side for Mitchell, who makes a great catch for the first down inside the 25-yard line to the 24. Great throw by Holzmeister, lobs it over the defender. Matchell makes the catch, and Colby with a big play there will have new life on this drive. 1st and 10 to go.
And a great double move by Ben Matchell. Wheel route, Brady pumps fakes. Brady Holzmeister pump fakes, Ben lobs it up there, throws it. Ben goes up and makes a play on the ball and is able to pull it in for a big first down for the Eagles.
Here's the Eagles with the play on the right side this time, and Matchell trying to get to the corner. Finally gets there and cuts it up the field. He gets a couple of yards out of that one. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Strung out on the play. Whistle and
initial hit for Holcomb by punter Ben Cleve.
An injured player down. And that is Ben Matchell, who basically just gets up slow, and he's going to sprint to the sideline here. So maybe just had the wind knocked out of him on that play. But he will have to come out for at least a play, and hustling in his place is Tanner Alliance. So now a really young backfield. 2nd down and 9 to go. Tanner Elias back there. Dante Whitfield is in there. Holzmeister and Pieper. I would look for Pieper to get the carry here. Holzmeister, the low snap, hands it off to Pieper. Pounding his way up the middle, and a nice run on the play from Matthews. He gets it down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 4. And Ben Matchell right back into the ball game for the Eagles.
Yeah, I just needed to get a little blow. Maybe it was the cramps. He's been cramping up. You saw Austin Hart stretching him after that big run he had late in the 3rd quarter.
Matchell lined up to the left side along with Young. 3rd down, 6 to go for the Eagles. Austin Russ wide to the right side. Slot back to the left as well in Whitfield. Holzmeister pressured, tries to run, and he is brought down for a loss of a yard on the play, and another big 4th down for Colby. Wanted to get it down the field to Ben Matchell, but well covered by Holcomb.
It almost looked like a quarterback draw. He really didn't bounce, take a drop step or anything to set his feet, but decided there's nothing going downfield and tried to pull it down and get through the middle of the line, just nothing doing.
Colby converted on a 4th and 6 earlier in this drive. 4th and 8 this time. 2 receivers to the right, Whitfield and Russ. 1 receiver to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Holzmeister gets the snap. Drops way back, throws a little screen pass, and that is caught by the Eagles and a loss on the play. Young pulls it in. Or excuse me, Matchell pulls it in for Colby, but again, well defended that time by Holcomb, and that'll turn it over on downs. But not a bad possession for the Eagles, moving it down the field, changing the field position around a little bit. Just not getting the finish on the drive that they're looking for.
No, and that's a little disheartening. You know, you march the ball quite a ways down the field, just aren't able to punch it in when you're about to the red zone.
73-25, Ulysses leads Goodland at the end of the 3rd. Shotgun formation, here's the snap. Teeter, miscommunication there, ends up keeping it himself and gets forward for about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
And Bryce Umberger for the Eagles on that play from defensive end position just gets caught going upfield trying to get to the quarterback too deep on that read option, and he's able to cut it up and cut underneath of him for a 4-yard gain, but luckily he's there. His teammates are there to pick him up.
2nd down, 7 to go. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Teeter in the shotgun gets the snap, looking to his left side. Lots of time. Throws a ball deep down the field. A wide open receiver in Mers, and he is tackled in a touchdown-saving tackle by Brady Holzmeister at about the 20-yard line. Mers with a big reception there, and communication problem somewhere in the defensive backfield as he was wide open, and a great job by Holzmeister to keep that from being 6.
Yeah, great job by Brady roaming the middle of the field. He's able to get over the top on that, even though he's playing the safety this side. I'm not sure. Miscommunication again in the Eagles secondary allows the Holcomb receiver to run free down the sideline.
So here we go. 1st and 10 to go for Holcomb. 2 receivers to to the left, one to the right. Teeter gets the low snap, looks over the middle, quick pass, and it's knocked away by the Eagles, incomplete. Good coverage that time by Carney for Colby.
And Holcomb tries to hit in on a quick slant again. And Teeter's just able to throws a pretty low ball, almost skips in there. The receiver's not able to go down and get it, but there's tight coverage from Carney on the play anyways.
Final from Scott City tonight. They get the win over Hugoton, 42-0. 8:47 left to go in the fourth quarter here. 20-0 in favor of Holcomb. Here's a snap. Pass to the right side, caught, and trying to cut back and going down after making the reception was Braden Showalter.
And Holcomb to get spacing on that play. They run trips receivers over here. Number 3 receiver, the far inside, runs a pivot right, does a reverse pivot, and then breaks out. But the number 2 receiver just makes a quick speed out. That gives them the spacing in between. That way there's not as many defenders over there, and Peter's able to hit him for a 5-yard gain.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Snap is low, but Teeter pulls it in and quickly throws it out to his tight end, who's hit and brought down. This is very close to a first down, though. Going to depend on the spot here as they get him down to the 10-yard line. And I think he had it. Now they're going to say short. So fourth down at about a half a yard, and a huge play for the Eagles here, needing to make a stop. Some kids messing around behind the grandstands here, and the chains are going to come out to measure this, and they bumped the car and the alarm's going off behind us here. White Jeep with the Broncos tag. That explains a lot. He's short by about a half a yard. 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the game. And as we mentioned, a huge play here for the Eagles. They need to make a stop and get the ball back. Showalter wide to the left side, 1 receiver to the right side. Teeter under center. Snap handoff, and I don't know if he got it. They gave it.
If it is, he got a great spot.
Yeah. Dylan Williams on the carry. Again, they've stayed away from the quarterback sneaks. They've handed it off every time on those. And Colby's been doing great at blowing them up. The spot is down. It didn't look like there was any gain on the play. But he didn't need but only a couple of inches. And the chains will be stretched once more. And this is going to decide a lot in this football game. First down. Still a great job by the defense of Colby that time. That's hard to stuff when you only need a half a yard. Not even a half a yard. So first down to go and goal to go for Holcomb. Football is on the 10-yard line, so they cannot get a first down without getting into the end zone. Man in motion from left to right. Here's the snap. Quick screen pass on the outside. Trying to get to the corner is Williams. He does. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, though, shy of the end zone at about the 4-yard line. For those of you who are wondering, first inning, Royals 1, Angels none. Love that. That's big. Hope it stays that way. And I hope it gets over in 9 innings. So I'm not up till 3 in the morning watching. Second down and goal to go for the Holcomb Longhorns. 1 receiver to the left. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Trips formation. There's a back behind Teeter. Good snap, and they're going to throw a little screen pass to the back. And Williams, who changes directions to avoid a defender, takes it right up the middle and is brought down inside the 5 at the 4, gain of just 2. And Williams is injured on the play. Again, he's in there tonight. Blake Ritzmeyer is their normal tailback. He's out with a knee injury. So Williams is kind of in replacing him by committee along with Stegman, both of whom have played well tonight. But Williams, and he's got to come off the field here because they stopped play. He gets up, tries to run back to the huddle, but the coach had come onto the field and the whistle had blown for an injury timeout. So he has to leave the field, and that's what the officials were telling him there. So He will come off, and Holcomb will get set to go again here. The Longhorns will get set to go, and Colby trying to get another stop here. Caden Spencer, I believe, is the player who came in. 6:11 to go. Shotgun formation for Teeter. Gets the snap looking right. Has time, throws. It is incomplete. Incomplete on the play. Trying to hit the receiver, and Stegman cutting across.
Good coverage again by Brady Holzmeister, able to run right, and the out route, the kid run the out route, hit pocket.
Six minutes, 4 seconds to go. Third down, goal to go from the 4-yard line. They will spread the field wide out with 2 receivers to each side. Teeter in the shotgun again. Gets the snap, looking to his left side, throws on a slant pattern, caught for a touchdown. Holcomb pulls it in. Christian Mers with the reception, his second of the day. 4-yard play.
And the corner is down there by the goal line for the Eagles. Have got to tighten up down there. You get inside the 10, you got to play everything a lot tighter to try and be able to stick that foot in the ground and drive on those quick slants like that, but get there in time to break them up.
Extra point attempt is up and good. 27-0 in favor of Holcomb. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. And again, as we've talked about, you're just looking for something positive offensively now for Colby. They've hung in and played hard defensively, but that defense has been on the field a lot tonight. And Holcomb, again, has done their best to hang in there with it.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles have really struggled offensively here tonight. It's something that I don't think any of us expected after last week's showing down in Ulysses against a very tough defense. Not saying the Holcomb Longhorns aren't by any means, because they've played lights out here tonight. But just have been slow getting something going tonight, and that's part of it. The new guys, they've got fresh guys in there, different spots, switch some things around. Some young cats getting a lot of time here tonight, but nonetheless, just struggling to find something to work here tonight.
Finally to finish. 38-6. Garden City leads Liberal tonight. In that game, Ulysses again leading Goodland 73-25 at the end of the third. I can't wait to see the final numbers on Redzing tonight. Over 300 yards with last we saw with, 6 touchdowns on 10 carries.
Well, I'd hope he'd be out.
Reminds me of this one time when I was playing Madden. And I was getting beat really bad by the computer on easy mode. 27-0 to score in favor of Ulysses. Kick on the way and a high pooch kick. Going to be caught on the run by Matchell. Across the 30, 35 to the 40. Nice return, about 15 on that one for Colby. They'll get set to go offensively here. And Holcomb, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of starters stay on here because there's a goose egg on the board, and they want to keep that. They don't want to pitch the shutout. Colby, they're going to keep starters on the field because they don't want the shutout. No, we're going to play 4 quarters of football with starters here tonight. Eagles will send Matchell wide to the left side and Whitfield in the slot to the left, tied into the right side. Shotgun formation. Holzmeister gets the snap rolling to his left and tries to just dump it off to Whitfield. Can't get it to him, and there's going to be a penalty flag down, roughing the quarterback. Great call that time as the defender came in and just drilled not Matchell, but Holzmeister after he threw the football. And really just a bonehead play that time by Morneau, who hit him.
Personal foul is the call against the Longhorns.
The Eagles will take it. For Colby, yeah, that's 15 yards. Cannot hit him after he throws. And he hit him hard, too. I'll take that. Holzmeister popped back up, but you could hear the pop up here in the press box. 27-0 again, still to score. And now Coach Teeter is on the field. He's wants to argue that call, and there's nothing to argue on that one, and I'll tell you that for sure. And you can watch it on film later. And those watching online, you can rewind. you'll see it. Big hit. Big thank you again as well to Farmers and Merchants Bank and Strut Insurance Services making the streaming video of the Eagles on radio possible. Well, confusion here, and Pieper's going to pick up the foot. Here's what happened. Colby got to the line of scrimmage, and Coach Gardner has a good argument to make here. The official over here on this left side, now a penalty flag is down. They're going to call against Colby and unsportsmanlike, but the official here on the side blew the whistle, and the Eagles were thinking it was a dead ball. And so a lot of the guys are still standing up. And that was bad. That's bad on the officials on that one. You could hear the whistle blow. Colby stood up like, wait a minute, it had already been blown ready for play.
It had to be an inadvertent whistle. No reason.
Yeah, and Colby arguing that, then gets hit with a 15-yard penalty from the spot. Where it was picked up, and I don't know what, there may have been a penalty on a hit or something that happened in that backfield causing that, but that play should have never happened. And Coach Gardner's still pleading his case, and he has a great argument. The play should have never happened. And now Colby's sitting here looking at a 2nd down and 35. Well, that's just horrible. Tough break for Colby. Again, the penalty is the penalty, but the snap should have never happened. There's a little end around by Colby. Whitfield trying to get to the corner. He's hit. Brought down. Good little effort by Dante, not going down. And he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. And that's unfortunate. Colby's trying to finish hard in this game, and then they get things that go against them like that. That's one of those it'll be off air, but we'll try to get the comment from Coach. Never going to say anything on the air for sure. Nor would we put him in that position. Clock running, 4:58 to go. 27-0 in favor of Holcomb. Colby with the football, trips to the left side. One back in the backfield. Holzmeister has time, fires, tipped and incomplete. Or caught. No. Boy, I tell you, it was tipped twice, and diving over top was Matchell. He almost got that. Almost got that ball. It looked like it was picked off. It was kind of batted into the air, and it hit a second time off a player. It was bouncing up, and Matchell dove over top. It nearly came up with it. 4th down, and they need to get to the Kansas-Missouri state line, so they're going to punt this one away. Snap. Off the mark. But Matchell kind of steps to the right, pulls it in, gets the punt away. This one gets a much better Colby bounce, and will roll down inside the 30 to the 28. And that's where Holcomb will start this drive.
Good coverage downfield by the Eagles. Gunners getting out there. Alex Young, Austin Russ fly down the field, able to beat their blocks and get down there and get close enough to where the return men have to run away from it.
Final in Goodland, 73-33, Ulysses. So a big win for Ulysses there. Two receivers to the right, I formation behind Teeter. Handoff goes up the middle, ball is loose. Looked like Holcomb was able to fall right back on top of it. They did. So it'll be 2nd down and about 11 to go. They lost a yard on the play.
Loss of 2 yards.
Holcomb turned it over twice early in the ball game. Actually 3 times in the first half. Yeah, 2 of them, though, were inside the 10-yard line. One was an interception in the end zone by Carney. The other one was a fumble recovery by Hart. And that one happened on a 1st and goal from the 1. Teeter gets the snap, looks to his left side, screen pass. Oh, read beautifully by Colby. The catch was made on the outside, but an immediate hit put on by the defensive back for the Eagles.
It looked like Alex Young over there from his weak outside linebacker position is able to string out there. They're just running the spot pass over there. Teeter looks everybody off, swings it over there. And Alex Young reads it.
He just drilled him. Drilled him. Good hit. 44-8, the final score. Rollins County gets the win over St. Francis tonight in our game of the week on our sister station, 97.9 KWGB. Pass over the middle here, and the catch is made. Good tackle by Holzmeister, who's been everywhere defensively tonight. Gain of 13 yards as Stegman pulls it in, but he is short of the first down. Well, I say that, but close enough that they want to take a look at it. I think he's going to be short, but they will bring the chains out. 2:41 to go in the game, 27-0 in favor of Holcomb. They had a 4th and inches earlier and were able to get it. They get the spot down here, and I think it's short. It is. They're not going to measure this. It's 4th down and inches to go. The Eagles will stack things up at the line of scrimmage. They have not been running keepers, and now they're in a shotgun. Trying to get Colby to jump off sides. And the Eagles say, no, we're staying right here at home. Timeout called by Holcomb. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Chilly night here in Colby, but it's been a good night for high school football. Homecoming for the Eagles, and they're not going to come out of here with a victory tonight, Thomas, but they did a lot of good things in this football game so far. I thought the defense in the first half was great, but they were just on the field too darn much tonight. But let's do this and say kudos and credits to these youngsters. Again, there's a lot of kids, not only several of them making their first varsity starts tonight, but a lot of varsity guys that got moved to different positions tonight to try to fill things in on that defensive side. The whole defensive backfield's been shuffled around tonight, and I thought they've handled it pretty well.
Yeah, it hasn't, they've had, for the most part, they've had good coverage. Just a few times, they've had breakdowns. Holcomb's made them pay for it. They had a couple long balls that Teeter's been able to complete, but other than that, for the most part, they've played well.
They do the classic thing and punt here on 4th and short, which is not something that would have happened even before that last score. They punt it away, and Colby's going to get the football after it's down at the 32-yard line, their own 32. The Eagles will run their offense out onto the field. And you look at it here, you don't put a lot of subs in if you're Colby because, A, you want to keep getting some minutes for these guys, but secondly, you already got your subs on the field tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, offensively in that backfield, you got a lot of guys that are, out and playing different positions as we've talked about, so not a lot to run out there. Holzmeister in the pistol. Whitfield in motion, makes a nice block on the outside. Good cut up the field by Matchell, who breaks tackles and gets about 10 yards on the play. We'll see how they spot this one out.
Little toss play to the near side of the field. Ben's able to make a good zone cut. Just stick 1 foot in the ground and go. He picks his hole, and he gets the first down.
Clock running at 2:24 to go. Should be running. There it goes. Eagles complete the pass over the middle. Nice shot by Holzmeister to Matchell. And Ben makes the catch and picks up 11 yards. Moving the chains again as they are into Holcomb territory now at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And good for another.
A good route by Ben. Gets into the middle of the field, sits down in that zone. Brady hits him. He's able to pick up a first down on the second effort play.
Matchell in the shotgun again, looking to the left side. And just takes off, does Holzmeister, and he gets a yard on the play. And again, I think that's a design run, just a little delay.
Yeah, he gets back there. Doesn't really set his feet. And that's something that I'm sure they'll, after seeing this film, that they'll work on next week in practice to really kind of sell that as he drops back, sets his feet, and then explodes out of it on that draw play.
Two innings of baseball complete in Anaheim. Still 1-0 Kansas City. Shotgun formation for Holzmeister. One back behind him. Three receivers to the right side. Brady rolling to his right. Has time. Looks, throws, and it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Matchell. And that was well defended, knocked away by the Longhorns. That'll stop the clock with 1:20 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Pass intended for Matchell. Colby catches from Brothers. Third down.
Colby wants to keep the drive going here. Need a big third down play. You know, Holzmeister's thrown the football pretty well today.
He has. He's been very, very effective through the air. Few opportunities. You don't know how much of the playbook he got opened up to him, but he's made the most of it tonight.
Ben Matchell comes over and has a quick word with Holzmeister before the snap here. Matchell in motion from left to right. Holzmeister hands it off up the middle. Pieper on the carry, and I tell you what, good effort by Pieper to get back to the line of scrimmage. He was hit in the backfield by Jacob Ramsey, but he was able to shake it off and get something positive out of that, about a half a yard on the carry.
Yeah, great job by Pieper. And I mean, we've said it before this season, but he just keeps those feet turning and keeps driving hard. He runs knees high and just always seems to finish on top.
Averages 66 yards rushing per game, about 4.2 yards per carry on the season. Has had a 100-yard game for the Eagles. Holzmeister to pass with time, looking down the field for Matchell, and it is incomplete. Would not have counted. He had stepped out of bounds at the 30. So had he caught that, it would have been actually been a penalty on Colby. That turns it over on downs with 36 seconds to go in the ball game, and Holcomb can now get into the coach's favorite formation, the victory formation, and take a knee here in this football game. Colby does have some timeouts. I don't know that they would use them here, though. It is homecoming in Colby. They do the festivities after the game here. And we will, as part of the postgame tonight, reveal the homecoming king and queen to you. So stay tuned. Victory formation here for the Longhorns. Teeter gets the snap, takes a knee. And Colby pushing through there now. Holcomb's all mad and upset about it, but it's still a play.
Yeah.
You can hit them. And if you're standing on your heels, it's your fault. Still got to get into your stance. That's going to end the ball game. Colby will not use its timeouts. 27-0, the final score. Holcomb gets the win over Colby today at Denon Field. With that loss, Holcomb gets their record on the season up to 4-1. They will take on Lakin at home next week. The Eagles go to 1-4 overall in the season, 1-2 in Greater Western Athletic Conference play. They'll have a non-con game next week, taking on the Norton Blue Jays in Norton against former Eagle Lucas Melvin, who's the head coach in Norton, played here at Colby High School. And by the way, that is the oldest matchup in history of Colby football. That was their first ever game was against Norton back in the early 1900s. We'll have some of the info on that for you before next week. 27-0, the final score. We'll take a break, get going with our post-game show after